This story begins with our protagonist, who was an editor of a historical magazine. He would never imagined he would also become a traveler. He not only traveled to a world of immortals but also got a golden finger. Invincible system after death. After the host is killed, you can immediately inherit all the power stored in the system and become the emperor of the upper realm. The host's suicide will not activate the system. As long as protagonist get killed, he become the emperor of the heaven. As he thinking of becoming emperor of heaven, his servant called him, Lord Yi, today's meeting is very important. You are the official seal officer, so you can't be late. That's right, I'm the official in charge of Jade Seal in this world. I also inherited the memory of the original body owner. This world is similar toward the spring and autumn period and warring states period in which I once lived. There is sun of heaven above and the Kyushu below. In order to appease the princes, the 6 states have been divided. The reason for this situation is that several emperors are incompetent, ignoring the government. By this generation, the country's fortunes have declined and there is no way to return to the sky. The fortunes of the country declined, and the princes of the 6 kingdoms made further progress. In addition, each of them has the support of Xianmen behind them, and they do not put the Dajo royal family in their eyes. I remembered, today's court discussion is that Xiuxian Sektu Huamen led the princes of the 6 kingdoms to force the emperor to Fiefland. Everyone forcing the emperor to leave his crown by saying, "We only wish to enshrine the Li family's Jin Yang as a prince. What if I don't want to? His Majesty is unwilling?" How could the ministers agree? And how could the people of world agree? Immortal's Gate represents the ministers and the people. The Li family has outstanding achievements and should be crowned prince. We minister have no objection. The current situation is quite suitable for dying. Anyway, if I'm about to die, it is better to die with honor. Before death, I was a loyal servant. Everyone force His Majesty to make it a prince. Your Majesty, the imperial decree has been prepared for you. Where is the seal officer? If you don't present the jade seal quickly, please use your seal. You ministers are traitors and thieves. I swear on my life that I will never give the jade seal. You are just a bunch of thieves and traitors. And you, forcing the palace to rebel, are you worthy of the great Zhou dynasty? You are a petty official. Dares to speak so madly? Who are you? Minister of Households, Zhang Households. A good minister of households, you must be a scholar. It's a pity that all the books had gone in a dog's stomach. What are you? As a court official, you don't think about what the court thinks, and you actually join forces with these treacherous ministers to force the king of the palace. You are simply a dog. Beasts are inferior, old thieves with white beards, and beautiful wives. You are not worthy of talking of this official. Go in a corner and talk to yourself. I'm afraid I will destroy you. Done. Next one. Kid. Do you think this king would not dare to kill people in the palace? Shameless traitor, taking your sword in the palace, I think you want to kill the king, right? Come. If you want to kill His Majesty, you need to step over my dead body. Do you think this king would not kill you? So what? Is he really not afraid of death? How can there be such a person in this world? You are not afraid of death. You are just asking for it and die. No one in this world will dare to pay respects to you. How I am nameless history is evidence. Take mountains and rivers. With this words, our protagonist changed the situation. Damn it. This kid just changed the mind of these people with just one sentence? Hurry up, I waited for this for a long time. Chao's sword does not kill a true hero. The trend of Zhou is irreversible like yesterday's time. Why should you be buried with Dao Zhou? Bastard. Why are people SE blatantly poaching me? But, with my current national strength, I can't give him anything at all. This official will never betray his country. Why are you doing this? The emperor is weak and cowardly. How can he be compared to this king? The official was born in a poor family, and he become an official with the grace of the king. I'm just repaying the favor, and I'm ready to die for the king. It's really a great saying. Today Chao is tired and doesn't want to participate this anymore. This again? He is a high-ranking official. There is something wrong with him, right? I've become so arrogant. Why don't you kill me? Mirance, dare to speak nonsense here? You're courting death. Exactly. Continue this way. I will give you 3 seconds. Hand over the jade seal, or you will die. You're threatening me? Immortal Gate is ruthless and regards morality. They are like pig and dogs. Immortals are immortals and thieves are endless. The Immortal Gate is the root of the chaos in this world. Presumptuous. Die. Great. Finally dying. What? So bold. I will never let you hurt him. Today, I and Yi Qing, the monarch and the seal officer, are humiliated together. If you want to kill him, you have to kill me first. You idiot. Have you lost your mind? I'm helping you, but you're doing things behind my back to save me. There are such vicious people in the world. Your Majesty, Don't be afraid, Taechang, I will never let anyone harm you today. No, that's not what I want. I can give Her Majesty some face, as long as Her Majesty agrees to the matter of conferring the prince, and ask the son to kneel for 7 days in front of the Ascension Gate. I will spare his life. If not, even if Her Majesty will keep him in the hall, but outside of the hall it's hard to say. Your Majesty? It's alright. Damn, this dizzy monarch looks too wrong. This is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Is this a side effect of crossing? It makes me feel to like man. No, I'm sure when I see this guy's face, I still like woman. I was almost led astray by this faint-hearted gentleman, and now the first priority is to die. There is no need to worry, Your Majesty. I have long since I decided to put my life on the line. Once the king is crowned and the country is weakened, if Your Majesty really agrees to this thief, this official will die. Since someone is going to bleed because of this, let this official set the precedent. I never feared death in this life. I will keep my heart and soul in history. God, it seems like I'm out of play. Why do I feel like I'm getting stronger and stronger? He Yuan, please kill me quickly. The righteous one? If this continues, it will definitely lead to spiritual empowerment, and Confucianism and Taoism will take this opportunity to counterattack. If I don't kill him today, it will be troublesome. Get up, kill me now. He Quan is dead. It's over, it's a big deal now. Ascension Gate will not let this slide. Lord Yi, this king admires you. Yi Ching, rest assured, with Xin here, I will not let Ascension Gate kill you. Your Majesty, actually, can you leave me alone for some time? Things wouldn't got so complicated if it wasn't for you. I finally figured what spiritual empowerment is. I can now feel the power piling up in my body. It can't be used, but it can't be discarded. It's harder for me to die now. It's so hot outside. You've been here all this time? It's my honor to be able to guard the gate of a hero like Lord Yi. Hero? I feel sorry, I let you down. I never thought of being a hero. Lord Yi, you are magnificent. Lord Yi, you're my role model. Your Majesty, Yi Qing became famous today, and this minister thought it was a good thing. But this kind of fame will also make him afraid of Ascension Gate. I am afraid that I will not be able to protect him. Although we have been forbearing and gaining momentum for the sake of Dezhou, I am afraid that it will be hard to rise after a long time of forbearance. The appearance of Yi Qing made Dezhou's subjects see hope and let them know that Dezhou was not completely rotten yet. So, Yi Qing, we must protect him. Now, there are only 2 ways to keep him. One is to let him stigmatize himself like an old minister and pretend to show favor to Ascension Gate and ask for forgiveness. With Yi Qing's temperament, he would definitely refuse. Then he can only be made strong enough to make it difficult for Ascension Gate to kill him. But how can I make him stronger? Has your highness forgotten that place? The Holy House. Although the Holy House has been sealed by the Immortal Gate, your Majesty must not forget what the Holy House's master said before he died. The righteousness will not disperse, the Holy House shall not be destroyed. Just wait for one person, who can hold the years of the Confucian Gate, and accept the righteousness of the world and oneself selflessness, benevolence, and not afraid of death. If this person appears, the Holy House will be unsealed. Although Yi Qing is talented, is it too risky to go there now? Any trial is a double-edged sword, and this minister only passed 3 trials in the past, and the benefits were huge. As long as Yi Qing can pass 7 or more trials, it will not be easy for Ascension Gate to kill him. The trial of the Holy House points directly to one's heart. Even if the righteous person fails, the consequences will not be too serious. Only the evil person will be defeated. Okay, tomorrow I will. Don't worry, Ascension Gate will be busy celebrating the ancestor's birthday during this time. Before the celebration is over, they will not target Yi Qing. Therefore, we still have time to test Yi Qing. I wanted one from Chun Fenglo to try to tempt him. Xiao Qian, the most beautiful woman in the world. You can leave. Your Majesty, you are mistaken. Xiao Qian is not the most beautiful woman in the world. Her Majesty is. The rules of this world are far more unpredictable than I thought, and these attempts to die seem to have deepened the misunderstanding. Like the young people on Earth in their previous lives, they had dreams and goals, but they were killed for various reasons. Unfortunately, I'm just a passerby, not their savior. Right, I can't be infected by their emotions. I have to be determined to die. Of course, on the premise of not doing bad things. As long as I persevere, I will definitely die, right? Yi Qing lives in such a place? He is indeed a poor and noble man. Lu Sanyuan, the son of the left minister Lu Shen and the official minister, Lu Sanyuan, asks to see Lord Yi. It doesn't matter if you are the son of the left or right minister. I am not afraid of offending people if I don't see you. You made the right thing. I heard that the left minister is a traitor, and on top of that, if you answer them, you will die. You are Master Lu? Come in and let's talk. Young Master Lu, what brings you here today? Brother Yi, do you know that your life is in danger now? My life is in danger? What I mean is, can Brother Lu elaborate on that? Oh, you're saying the Ascension sect will definitely come and kill me? He Yuan, you're such a good man. Even though you're no longer alive, you still continue to help me. Brother Lu, aside from the Ascension sect, there must be a few bigwigs we can't offend, right? Could you please introduce me to some? But if you want to make friends with the powerful, there is one place you must visit. I'll take you there now. A brothel? What I want to do is die, not make friends with others. How am I supposed to find enemies to kill me here? But Brother Yi, I must remind you, there's one person you can't offend in the Spring Breeze house. There's actually someone like that? I told you about. The one you can't afford to offend. There is also a myth that she has long been the exclusive property of some big shot from the Imperial Palace, and the only way to meet her is to use your talent. If I come into contact with such woman, I will surely die, right? Your Majesty must value Lord Yi highly. Elsie would not allow Miss, the owner of the Spring Breeze house and the secretary of the Secret Service, to personally test him. In that case, please send him a letter on my behalf first. Gentlemen, calm down. My master has an invitation post. Which one of you is Yi Qing? Lord Yi, my lady is inviting you to meet her. Yi Qing, welcome. Young Master Yi, how do you evaluate the song Flowing Water played by my lady? What is she playing? How dare you to say that to my lady? Do you even know what are you saying? So what do you think I should say? Of course, to praise my lady for playing well. Well, she indeed plays really good. Too bad there is no soul. What did Lord Yi mean by there is no soul? The melody is a living thing, and half of its life comes from the performance of the artist, and the other half by the instrument. Mrs. Performance is good, but it's a pity that the instrument performance is inferior. Lord Yi is saying that my performance is inferior? Then your piano skills must be very high, right? Why don't you let this little girl have a taste and listen to the soulful sound of the piano? That's it, get angry. I've never done anything useless. But if my song is better, then you must take this down. Fine. I promise. This will not be that good. To tell you the truth, I'm average. Then MC mesmerized her with his piano skill. Although the piano skills are unfamiliar, this feeling, it makes me feel a breath of life. No, not just the breath of life, but the same piece of music actually incorporates multiple variations. To think that there is such a wonderful song in the world. Why did you stop? Okay, I admit defeat. Then, I would like Lady Xiao to honor her words and lift the curtains. This lady is so pretty. Jackpot. There's definitely someone behind such beauty who shouldn't be offended. To be able to play a piano that is so out of this world, and have a decent face as well. This lady, I definitely offend her to get myself killed. This guy, I'm definitely making him mine. Was that piano played by Lord Yi is composed by you? No, it was just an old score I got when I was young. Could you let me look at the score? The score. I burnt it in an accident while playing with fire when I was young. Liar, do you think I'm a 3-year-old? Lady Xiao, let's have another drink. Since His Highness wants me to test you, don't blame me for embarrassing you today. Who would be able to resist this? Since I want to act, I should go all out. Is Lord Yi really interested in this sickly willow? If you're a sickly willow, wouldn't that make all the other women in this world utterly rotten willow trees? It's a shame. You're already the woman of a bigwig. The two of us just aren't destined to be a bigwig's woman? Lord Yi must have heard the rumors floating in the streets, am I right? That's just rumors spread to confuse others. Currently, my body is still wholly pure, so no bigwig will kill me if I hook up with her? Damn, what I doing wasting my time here? Lady Xiao, it is late now. I will be taking my leave first. Lord Yi, while I might not know any bigwig, I can still bring many benefits to you. I am a spy from the kingdom of Kievan Rus. I've infiltrated the capital to collect information on the Great Joe and recruit talents for Kievan Rus. Currently, there is unrest amongst the civilians of the Great Joe, and treacherous court officials hold power. Lord Yi, you're a god-gifted genius. Why don't you stop wasting your time as a minor official and join me to serve Kievan Rus? Lady, please maintain your dignity. Another one who doesn't want to kill me. What a waste of time. Is he really that resolute? Fine, let's see how you can resist this. Lord, you're filled with talent. Won't it be too much of a waste if you're annihilated with the Great Joe? If you were to seek refuge in Kievan Rus, the head of the state would definitely treat you as a treasured scholar of the country. And when that time comes, I will be with you for eternity. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I refuse. Is this guy actually able to resist my bewitching spell? His Majesty was correct about him. No, it still isn't enough. I refuse to believe that he will still be able to resist if it's matter of life and death. Lord Yi, do you seriously not know how to appreciate the goodwill I'm showing you? This woman is really oppressive. Lord Yi, your uprightness means nothing to me. Could it be that she wants to kill me? When one door closes, another opens. With such a good opportunity presenting itself, I'll make it as realistic and act as possible. Traitor, kill me if you must. There's no need for the blabber. Lord Yi, I'm giving you one last chance. I really treasure your talent. That is why. Shut up and kill me. A brilliant military general does not avoid the war due to fear of death, and a martyr does not go against their morals to beg for their lives. I've grown used to seeing many despicable cowards who would do anything to save their own skins after years of being in charge of spies. But how can he be this steadfast to his values, even willing to offer his life to remain faithful to them? You only have one life, so why it is that while other scholars betray their motherland for the sake of wealth and glory, you insist on asking for death? Lady Xiao, even if you seek refuge in Kievan Rus, you can't change the fact that the blood of the Great Joe flows in you. Since that's the case, let me give you some advice. Being despicable is a despicable person's warrant, and being noble is a noble's epitaph. Although the Great Joe may seem hopeless in your eyes, I beg to differ. Do it. I strongly believe that what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Everyone knows that you entered my room. I won't kill you here, but I've poisoned your wine. Without the antidote, you are doomed to die in 3 days. If you change your mind, feel free to come find me anytime. Is she kicking me out just like that? And she's a spy? Isn't she afraid that I'll report her? Consider yourself lucky that the person you met was me. I'll be dead in 3 days. Anyway, I can't be bothered with your crap. We're all minded people, but you were destined to be in the spotlight and guide the masses to advance forward, whereas I've already gotten used to the shadows. Since that's the case, let me shield you from all the evil hiding in the darkness. Words of treasure and wisdom full of meaning, as expected of a kingdom-shaking poem. After that, I seduced him with beauty and invited him to join Kievan Rus, but was sternly rebuked by him. I threatened to kill him if he continued being stubborn, but he did not waver at all. He even said, a brilliant military general does not avoid the war due to fear of death, and a martyr does not go against their morals to beg for their lives. I was right about him after all. He think he finally gonna die, so he is celebrating. But few days later, why? Just why isn't there a single trace of the poison taking effect? Give me an explanation. Even if you seek refuge in Kievan Rus, you can't change the fact that the blood of the Great Joe flows in you. When I heard you say these words that day, I came to a realization, so I voluntarily turned myself in and assisted the authorities in eradicating Kievan Rus' hideout. His Majesty decided to drop the issue and pardon me for my crimes on the account that I repented and made up for my mistakes in time. Then, what about the poison? There was never any poison to begin with. That was a joke I pulled on you. Damn it. I finally thought I am gonna die, and you are saying it's just a joke? Stop being so cruel. Come to think of it, back in the old days, the Control Yuan was a body that possessed the authority for all judicial and prison administration-related affairs. Even the name of it made corrupt officials tremble. However, since the last chief officer went missing, the Control Yuan has long been forgotten by the people, and today it is just a shell of its former self. Lord Yi, you were already targeted by those wanting to quarry favor with the immortal sect. This time, you've even assumed a position that has offended others. It's practically rubbing salt into your wounds. Oh, does that mean they're already starting to have the desire to kill me now? Control Yuan really is a great place. So what if it's been forgotten? As long as I can cause major disaster, dying is just a matter of time. Have you selected the person I asked you for for his protection a while back? I've already finished the selection. I'm surprised that the control yuan has degraded to such state. Lad, stop staring. No one comes here. Grandpa, do you know where these people went? Where else would they be? They'd be at a tavern every day if they weren't at a brothel. So they never do any proper work. They are very willful, not coming to work whenever they want. I have to think of a way to gather them, or I won't be able to die. It's snowing? Why am I not feeling cold? It must be that annoying chi. Looks like I can't freeze to death in this life. The young master has returned. What's going on? She fainted in front of my house just now. She'd have frozen to death if we had discovered her any later. Young master, why don't you take her in as your maid? You'll have a servant, and she'll have another chance at life. A maid? Doesn't a maid have to be enslaved? No way. I can't bear to order a living human around like a slave. Miss, where are you from? Where are your parents? Do you have any relatives? She's mute? That's good. This way, young master won't have to worry about your secrets being leaked. You know how to write? Your lordship, please take me in, or I will starve to death. Then what's your name? Your name is Xian? So you were born into a family of scholars, but unfortunately, your family lost its fortune, and during the famine, you escaped with the other refugees and ended up here. The world is truly harsh since a girl like you does not possess a roof over her head. Even survival has become a distant dream for ordinary people. I can take you in, but I don't need you to be a maid, much less a slave. And if you find your family in the future, you can return to them. Follow the kitchen maid to the back to wash and have some food. Young master, I have brought Miss Xian over. Are they the same person? Isn't the difference too drastic? Xian, it's late. You can retire first. Get some rest. Good night. At first, I thought that all of these so-called gentlemen were hypocritic wolves in sheep's clothing. But this person is different from those two-faced people. He chose to take me in when I was weak and helpless and didn't do any disgusting things to me. Such person is worthy of me giving up everything to protect. Your role is to stay by his side and protect him. When necessary, use your life to exchange it for his life. Next day. Actually, there's no need for you to wait upon me like this. I may be dead in a few days. When that happens, I'll leave the family assets to you and Uncle Huang. What does he mean by this? He abhors evil and has unparalleled loyalty and righteousness. He may already be prepared to give life for his beliefs. No, someone like Yi Ning doesn't deserve to die. Even if everyone in this world dies, he should stay alive. Yi Ning, I won't let you die no matter what. I already told you, I'm going to go get going to work. Just stay at home and behave. You win. Just come along if you want to, but you have to act obediently. Are you all really officials? I'll go over quietly and take a look first. Your lordship, don't be mad. Aren't you just harming your own health by getting mad? Besides, it's only right to have barbecued lamb when it's snowing so heavily. Your lordship, come and join us too. It's hopeless. There's no more hope for control yuan in such a state. I heard there's an honorable lord who works for the good of the people here. What did you just say? I heard that there's an honorable lordship here, so I'm here to lodge a complaint. You've come to the wrong place. There is neither any honorable lord here, nor anyone who works for the good of the people. Old sir, if you have any grievances, we, the control yuan, will definitely help you uphold justice. As expected, Brother Kai is bursting with righteousness. I'm a woodsman from Nanshan. After days of hard work burning wood to produce a cart of charcoal, I wanted to bring it to the capital to sell, but someone stole it from me the moment I entered through the city gates. Who stole them? The one who stole my charcoal was the supervising eunuch of Marquis Wu of Wei. The Marquis Wu of Wei who inherited the title of Marquis? I recall his daughter was also a key candidate to be nurtured and was sent to the Jade Chamber by the cultivation sect. I'm afraid that even the emperor would have to treat them politely in the capital. Honorable lordships, I beg you, please regain justice for this commoner. Move aside. Are you trying to die by staying here? Try laying a hand on him and see what happens. Brother Yi, you're finally here. MC saw it's a great chance for him to die, so he slapped the guy several times. Are you done? Do you think I can't kill you right this second? Here / right here. This Yi Ning. What exactly is up with him? Is he really not afraid of death? I'm going to Marquis Wu of Wei's residence to arrest him immediately. Do you dare to follow me? Does he really dare to provoke Marquis Wu of Wei? Brother Yi, haven't you heard of the saying that even if you have to offend the emperor, you should never offend Marquis Wu of Wei? Once upon a time, an official of the highest ranking got into a conflict with Marquis Wu of Wei, and because of that, he was ambushed and beaten to death the same night. Even the emperor did not dare to dig into the matter. The victim was buried with honor. So what? Your lordship, you must know that you'll most likely die if you go. That's right, that's precisely why I'm going. Today, I want to tell the world that there is still a place that is reasonable after all. If I had arrived any later today, you would have completely destroyed your life with your own hands. Remember my words. The strong would fight the stronger, and the weak with the weaker. That's right. The current me is trash. I, Wei Wentong, will go with you. Count me in too. Have the both of you gone insane? Do you really want to kill yourselves? Let's go, my old partner. Later on, stand further away and don't come near me. Your brother's going to die a grandiose death. Actually, there's no need for you to wait upon me like this. I may be dead in a few days. I understand now. He wants to use his life to demonstrate the true meaning of justice and equality to the world. Your Highness, it seems like the Control Yuan led by Lord Yi is about to do something. Even the knockers are made of gold. He is afraid that others won't know he is rich, isn't he? Who are you? This kind sir, please inform Marquis sir that. Are you here to wish him a happy new year? What are you being respectful towards them for? The Control Yuan here to make an arrest. Screw off, randoms. A Daihuang crossbow? That's a military weapon. Marquis Wu of Wei. What exactly are you trying to do? He doesn't care for his life. Such indomitable spirit. This person really wants to die. I am the person in charge of Marquis Wu of Wei's residence. Since your lordship decided to pay us a visit, shouldn't you at least introduce yourself first? Why is a department that shut down a long time ago concerning themselves with my affairs first thing in the morning? Did you just say that the Control Yuan has shut down? The Taizu already decreed that as long as the Great Zhou exists, the Control Yuan will stay and future generations are not to dissolve the Control Yuan. The Control Yuan has never shut down before. That's right, the Control Yuan still exists. The Control Yuan which fights for the people's back. The Control Yuan is worthless. Want to mess with me? Then let's see who's better. Kill them. This is bad. These people don't take the Control Yuan seriously at all. You have to know that the person you want to hit is Yining. The Yining who brought upon the sage's vestige and wrote a kingdom-shaking poem. That person is actually Lord Yining. Protect Lord Yi. Don't worry, I won't let you die. You're here to backstab me too. Enough. What do you all think the Marquis Wu of Wei's residence is? Those who take another step forward will be killed. Everyone, I appreciate your kind intentions, but I came here today on official business to enforce the law. Everyone, please return home and focus on studying. The future is in your hands. But your lordship, they will really kill you. We can't just stand by and watch your lordship die. Some may die yet live forever, while others may live yet are already dead. Can't you tell I'm acting? What are you worked up for? Why do you get flushed so easily? Some may die yet live forever, while others may live yet are already dead. Taking responsibility for your own actions, not bad as expected. Lord Yi is impressive. This Marquis isn't interested in engaging in a verbal brawl with you. Allow me to take your life in place of the Ascension sect. Release the arrow. Damn. I knew it. This virtuous Chi is a scourge, but that shithead definitely still has a hidden trump card. Marquis Wei, is this all you have? Today, I'll let you broaden your horizons. I'll show you a true treasure of an immortal sect. Go and kill Yining. These are the iron corpses refined through Jade Chamber's secret technique. Lord Yi, run away quickly. You won't be able to defend yourself from the iron corpses. Here it comes. I'll see who else can save me this time. Impudent. Who dares to obstruct the Control Yuan from delivering judgment? There was a time when I was in command of thousands of soldiers. I broke through the wicked barbarians of Golden Horde with only 5,000 armored cavalry. At the time, I thought that winning the war would be the beginning of my life. We have achieved victory in the battle with those barbarians. Nyogensi will be specially rewarded the position of Control Yuan's magistrate. I never imagined that that would be the end of my life. That's right, the Nyogensi from the past is dead. From today onwards, the only person alive is the Control Yuan's magistrate Nyo. No way? This fatty is not practicing martial virtues. To think he would come and stab me in the back. Okay, there's still 3 left. There shouldn't be any more flaws, right? There is more than one magistrate in the Control Yuan. I, Magistrate Wei, am also here. The great ancestor of Great Zhou, with his peerless martial arts, created his own martial scripture. Wei Wuntong was a practitioner of the martial scripture and had surpassed other martial artists at his age by the age of 15. At the age of 18, he devoted himself to the imperial court of Great Zhou and became a constable. In just 4 years he had handled numerous unsolved and major cases, and had become the infamous number 1 divine constable. When the heart dies, the number 1 divine constable ceases to exist. When the courage to live is rediscovered, no enemy shall be able to stand in the way. Yi Ning, you shameless bastard, you dare to play the pig to eat the tiger and destroy my treasures. Marquis Wu of Wei, I advise you to stop underestimating your opponents. Bring out everything you have. Otherwise, you might not get such an opportunity again. I'm going to kill you. It looks so scary. I should be able to get killed this time, right? I'll see what else you can do to save him. If you kill him, I'll double your sacrifice this year. In the end, I still have to intervene. Whatever. Old friend, come out and get some fresh air. Even a flying sword has come out? Damn it. Aren't you guys quite capable? It's a real flying sword. Who in the world is this old man? Those who intervene with the control yuan shall be killed. The control yuan was this strong? With all of these helpers by Lord Yi's side, he won't have to hold back in the future. Greetings to the Lord, all of you. Give me an explanation. I thought this time was my best chance to become the Heavenly Emperor. Why? Tell me why. All I want is to die. Why is it so hard? Brother Yi, I just remembered. These 3 masters have quite formidable background. The very best in Jiangnan, Divine Constable, Wei Wuntong, the Border Legion's famous general, Niu Jinsi, and lastly Wu Sansi? Hold on. One of the introductions just now seems quite half-hearted. That's not important. The important thing is that he is also a formidable person. Weren't we supposed to be Losers Alliance? Why did we suddenly become the Avengers? All of you, why did you save me? Lord Yi, you don't have to be so touched. You deserve our help. I felt hopeless about my career after being deployed to the Control Yuan. I thought there was no saving grace left for this country, so I drowned myself in grief. At that time, I was akin to a walking corpse, until the moment you showed up. You said that when the strong swing their swords at the weak will swing their swords at the weaker. You jolted me awake and helped me remember the reason for my existence. Lord Yi, to me, you are someone who gave me a new life. Am I really that great? Lord Yi, the speech you gave also enlightened me. It's all my fault. It was me who backstabbed myself. Lord Yi, from today onwards, I will follow you unconditionally to reforge the Control Yuan's glory. Me too. Hold on, both of you don't have to do this. I don't need anyone to follow me. Everyone, I understand Yi Ning's mindset. He is a lone wolf. He always tries to use his own powers to awaken others. What nonsense are you talking about? Do rest assured, Lord, we have been enlightened. We will become the Lord's strongest comrade. Me too. Same here. Take a look. Brother Yi is so happy that he is speechless. That's enough, Brother Kai. Stop talking. There are still unsolved matters. Yi Ning, take a look what you did to my mansion. The tables may have turned, but don't think that that's the end of it. Just wait. You are going to regret it. Scoundrel, our great Joe finally has a place that takes the side of civilians. Lord, you have to be more careful after this incident. What should I be careful of? Should I fear them just because they have an immortal sect backing them? I hope he will request his backup to come and kill me quickly. No, I'm not talking about the immortal sect. According to rumors, Marquis Wei of Wu has built vast networks over the years. He and the Mist Rain House seems to have a connection. Mist Rain House? The Mist Rain House is a notorious assassin organization. No one has ever found out who their leader is, but if you pay them enough, they will even kill immortals. That is why, Lord Ye, you must always carry this talisman seal with you to defend against the assassins sent by the Mist Rain House. Thank you very much, but I am protected by virtuous chi. I won't require it. Are you kidding me? I'll be delighted if they come and kill me. It's easy to dodge a spear in the open, but hard to avoid a stab in the dark. Please take it. In this world, there are numerous ways to harm someone. Although the Lord has no intention of harming others, you must always remain vigilant. Old Wu, just who in the world are you? I'm just a nobody. It appears that I still know far too little about this world. So the immortal cultivators in this world can easily live for thousands of years. But after the great ancestor went missing, none of the next 7 generations of emperors lived longer than 150 years. A series of early deaths of emperors caused a rapid decline in the Great Zhou's destiny. A powerful figure like the great ancestor can never fade away so easily. And the only way to save the Great Zhou is to find the great ancestor and revitalize the Great Zhou's destiny. The chief officer had assisted the great ancestor in cultivating the land, so he believed that the great ancestor would not fall without any news. To stabilize the great Zhou, he went to search for the great ancestor by himself. However, he never returned. It's no wonder that Control Yuan's chief officer position has always been vacant. I would never have known about this if I hadn't investigated. The Control Yuan is actually full of hidden experts. But why are all these talents? This is due to my negligence. If only I had investigated the Control Yuan earlier, then maybe all of these talents wouldn't have felt isolated for so long. No, I can't blame this on you. As the emperor, I didn't even realize so many talents had been exiled. How weird. This Wu Sands is an expert who can use the flying sword, right? Why is there so little information on him? It's bizarre. This individual appears to have appeared out of nowhere. He has no family or past. I can't even find anything other than his name. In this world, the only two places that the secret espionage department can't touch are the Immortal Sect and the Imperial Palace. We have to figure out his identity. Otherwise, having him stay by Yi Ning's side is too dangerous. Brother Ye, good news. Lord Wei and Lord Niu have succeeded in breaking through. Thanks to the Lord's encouragement, I could figure out many things and leap from a first-rate martial artist and formally advance to Grandmaster. Shit, I need to get as far away from this person as I can in the future. Lord, I've also made a breakthrough. We, the Niu clan, have always used fights to develop the strength of our clan's bloodline. However, the current purity of our clan's bloodline is not even 1/10 of what it used to be. No problem, as long as you work hard. Thank God, this person is not as threatening. That's correct. It's all because of your words. It sparked my competitive spirit and reawakened the true purity of the bloodline that had been dormant in my body. I guess it's good news for all of you. I'll return to continue my reading then. What is going on? I'm already in a difficult situation, and you guys making it more hard for me to die? Those guys not following me, right? He must be worried about the enemies following him. Don't worry, I will never let anything happen to you. Thank God the talisman seal that old Wu gave me temporarily convinced them to not follow me. The priority right now is to quickly find a location that the assassins can easily find and save everyone some trouble. Dear assassin brothers, please take a look here. The target is right here. Lord Yi, please shake my hand. Lord Yi, can I have your autograph please? Lord, are you going to fight till the end with Marquis Wu of Wei? No, it's not him. I who will fight till the end. Marquis Wu of Wei, be prepared. This is just the beginning. I never live under the same sky with the wicked. Yi Ning, I will never live under the same sky as you either. Go find that person. Tell him that I want Yi Ning's head. No matter what, I must have it by tonight. I'm Shin Sanbian from the Marquis Wu of Wei's mansion. I wish to meet Sir Mu. It's you again. It's an order from my master. I can't disobey him. Come in. This time, who should I kill? The Control Yuan's imperial censor, Yi Ning. Yi Ning, you will have to increase the money. Young master, you have been restless ever since you came back. Just what are you searching for in the courtyard? Nothing. I'm just ensuring that the talents don't follow me. Keep in mind what I said, old Huang. Regardless of what you hear, don't come out. You too, hold on properly to this thing. Never ever lose it, got it? This is for his protection, but he gave it to me. Everything is prepared. Marquis Wu of Wei, I believe in you. Please come and kill me. Soul-calming incense can make a person fall into a deep sleep for 6 hours. You have always been the one protecting us. This time, it's my turn to protect you. Please have a good sleep. Once you wake up, it will be another brand new day. You must keep your hands clean to compose the world's most beautiful poem. Just let me handle this kind of dirty work. There's poison on these papermen's weapons. Small raining cloud sword formation. Condense. Break. Young lass, you are too inexperienced. My target has never been you, idiot. Even in the face of death, you're still unaware. You're an idiot. Despicable. You dare to ambush me and destroy my inner shell with a sword talisman. Where did you get the nerve to call someone else despicable? This is not the end. I won't stop until he's dead. Relay my order. All the assassins of the Mist Rain Mouse with an iron plate and below. No matter what it takes. Kill Yi Ning. Finally. It ended. I managed to protect Lord. Why am I still alive? Don't tell me he didn't send anyone to kill me. Marquis Wu of Wei, you damn coward. I even humiliated you to this point, yet you still. Oh my god. What happened, old Huang? This, Marquis Wu of Wei, I've wronged you. He sure put in a lot of effort. I can see dozens of people lying down, but which nosy person dealt with them? Xian, today you should. Wait a minute. Xian usually wakes up by this time. What happened today? Xian, little mute? Don't worry about it. Since she's still a child, it's good for her to sleep longer. That's a relief. No one around me got hurt, but it upsets me that I am also safe. Lord, most of these men have died from sword injuries. The person they fought against must be an immortal cultivator specializing in the sword. A sword user? It has nothing to do with me. If I did this, do you think their corpses would be so intact? There are traces of fighting everywhere. With his strength, Wu Sansi can deal with them in single strike. There's no way he would leave these many traces, and neither of the other two uses a sword. They have no reason to hide their fighting style if they want to save me. This means other than these three talents, another expert is hidden by my side and protecting me. Everyone, investigate carefully. You must find the person who protected me. I have to properly reward him. For my plan to die successfully, I must find this person as soon as possible. There's no need to reward me. To be able to forever protect you is my biggest wish. Lord Yi, I've received the news. Today's morning assembly will be different from usual. Please be careful. What? So the reason the emperor summoned us wasn't to give us a reward? Instead, since the control Yuan has installed fear into the hearts of the entire court, they want to remove us. What's there to worry about? Even if they want to impact us, it will be difficult. At first, I thought the control Yuan become an obstacle to my plan to die because of these people. However, it appears that control Yuan has become a target for the entire count. This will help me a lot with my plan to die. Trust me, the control Yuan will never be defeated. Lord, please hold on. The emperor also intends to remove the control Yuan. Of course I know. Otherwise, he wouldn't have summoned us. Both the incapable ruler and the corrupt officers think the same way. Official Yi, why hasn't he arrived yet? I hope Official Yi won't blame me. I wanted to let him conceal himself and bide his time, but now that the situation has escalated, I can only use this method to keep him safe. Let's go. Follow me into the palace to meet the incapable emperor and those corrupt officials. Imperial censor of control Yuan, Yining, is here. A bunch of martial artists. All they know is fighting and killing. They can't achieve anything. Official Yi, Your Majesty, may I be allowed to say something to my colleagues? Alright, I want to ask everyone, have you eaten today? What do you mean? Of course we did. If you've eaten, then why are your voices so soft? Don't all of you wish to impeach us, the control Yuan? Why whisper among yourself if you wish to curse us? What can all of you accomplish with that? How dare you? You dare to shout at the imperial count. Given the situation, all I can do is play along. Yining dares to shout at the imperial court. He must receive severe punishment. The MC start laughing. What is Lord Yi laughing about? I just thought that the performance of these brazen and useless clowns was even more impressive than that of a monkey. It really is amazing. Lord Yi is right. Your Majesty, take a look. Look at how arrogant those control Yuan officials are. Even when they are in the Golden Hall, they show no regard. Sir, you seem to be quite lively. May I ask who you are? I am the Minister of the History Department. Oh, no wonder. I was wondering whose eyesight was so bad, and it turned out to be the Minister of the History Department. Don't be too sad. I'm not actually targeting you. What I mean is everyone who has come to impeach the control Yuan today can all be called beasts. Take your History Department as an example. Thousands of boats rebelled 3 months ago in response to the Young Province's embezzlement case. And 1 month ago, the prefectural magistrate of Jiang Province imposed extortionate and illegal taxes on the people, leaving them unable to earn a living. Ultimately, all of the above statements occurred due to corruption in the History Department. It will be hard for you, the Minister of the History Department, to escape the punishment, corruption and abuse of the law, and preying on the people. It's an insult to the beasts to even call you a beast. Although this world is just a stepping stone for me to become a heavenly emperor, even I cannot erase all the corrupt officers that prey on the people. But at least today, let me use my insignificant speech to leave down a trace of justice for this corrupted world and for those people who still harbor hope for the future. Fight. Round 1. MC win. MC win again. There isn't even a single worthy opponent. Yining, how authoritative of you. This person is wearing the uniform of the control Yuan, but why have I never seen him before? He is Imperial Censor Zhuangcheng. Oh, you Zhuangchang, you mean he is my superior? You're breathing. Yining, what do you mean? Don't be angry. I'm just surprised. Lord Chief, you are actually still alive. You dare to curse at your superior. Someone, come here quickly. Drag him out and beat him. What? Where did the people of Control Yuan go? I am your superior. Why is no one listening to my order? You are also an officer of the Control Yuan. Do you not understand why the Control Yuan exists? We exist to help people seek justice. What have we done wrong? The Great Zhou's harmony has been disturbed by you. All of you are so arrogant and brazen. Just for a cartload of coal, you went around stirring up trouble and causing a commotion in the capital. Can't he just rent out his spare house? Or butcher the cow and sell off its meat to get through the winter? This person's brain. Did he go nuts from studying too much? Stop it. Let me tell all of you a story. During ancient times, certain land was suffering from famine and there were people hungry all over. So, someone reported this news to the officer at the imperial court. The officer got curious after hearing it and asked, if the people have no grains to eat, why don't they eat minced meat instead? That's it? Did the officer say anything wrong? If they have no grains, can't they just eat meat? It seems he's not evil, but just an idiot. Enough. If I am to remove the Control Yuan today, the loyal officers will surely be disappointed in me. But if I don't do that, how am I going to confront the pressure from the 6 countries and immortal sect? I agree on regulating the Control Yuan. The officers from Control Yuan will be transferred to another courthouse to work. Fine. If you all want to hate me, you can do so. I refuse. I will say it again. I refuse. Defying the imperial decree. You must be killed. Your Majesty, Yining should be killed for defying the imperial decree. Yining, how do you expect me to save you after what you did? I should be able to die for sure this time, right? It's been quite a while since they went in. I have a bad feeling. 60 years ago, the imperial officers almost buried me. And 60 years later, are the imperial officers trying to bury the Lord? There is no justice in heaven. Why does everyone who defends justice and upholds the rule of law have to die, while those who are unreasonable get to live? Justice. If it is Lord Yi, he will undoubtedly be able to obtain its approval. Magistrate Wu Sansi from the Control Yuan hopes the heart mirror will come into being. The world is becoming harsher. The order is crumbling. The wicked are loose and the people have no way of making a living. The Control Yuan has become a relic of the past and has been neglected. If it wasn't for Yining, people wouldn't even remember the existence of the Control Yuan. If Lord Yi dies, the Control Yuan will follow him to the afterlife. You are the one bearing the Lord Chief Officer's mission, Lord Spiritual Tool. Are you willing to let Lord Chief Officer's blood and sweat go to waste? I'm willing to wager on my sword technique, which I've spent my entire life honing. If Lord Yi fails the trial, I, Wu Sansi, am willing to give up my cultivation and die alongside him. Yining, let me see if you can pass the trial. Yining, didn't you say you were going to uphold justice? If that's the case, why not commit suicide? Since you've committed the crime of deceiving the emperor. Although I defied the imperial decree, I will not commit suicide. The reason is that I am not ashamed of what I've done. You can all kill me, but I'll die with honor and glory. This is something that none of you will ever understand. He didn't lie. He's really not afraid of death. This Yining is able to transcend the boundary of life and death. Why? For what reason? How can you act and talk with such righteousness? How can you not be afraid of death and steal everyone's attention? A person who can make his enemies hate and envy him while his comrades trust him. Your Majesty, please kill Yining. All of you. I shall gift you a phrase. If the sky full of darkness, we shall live in the dark. If the sound we make is dangerous, we shall remain silent. If you are aware that you cannot shine, you should curl up in the corner. But do not defend the darkness just because you are used to the darkness. Do not feel proud of your own desultory. Do not mock those who have more courage and passion than yourself. We may be as petty and lowly as dust, but we shall not be as twisted as a maggot. Your Majesty, I have committed a crime. Please declare a decree to kill me. The new chief officer of the Control Yuan. That sword. Don't tell me. What's happening? Something is wrong. Something is super wrong. Why do I get the feeling that I've been backstabbed again? Everyone look. Is that a magical treasure? Has someone from Immortal Sect arrived? The new chief officer of the Control Yuan is Yining. What's this situation? This freaking mirror marched together with the virtuous chi inside my body? Damn it. I seem to have become stronger again. I can't move or speak. I have a bad feeling. Your body is full of virtuous chi. You're definitely qualified to become this old man's successor. Can I refuse? But if you want to be this old man's successor, having virtuous chi alone will not suffice. You still have much to learn. Hey, I never said I wanted to learn it. You shouldn't talk to yourself while controlling another's body. Take a good look. Let this old man teach you a lesson. The name of this lesson is Establishing Prestige. You bunch of wicked have defiled the Golden Palace. My scholarly courage is broken. Having the scholarly courage broken is like a cultivator having their dantian broken. These people most likely will never be able to get into the scholar sect again. This is merely a test of their innermost being imposed by the founder sword. Those corrupted people deserve to have their scholarly courage shattered. I never imagined Yining would help me accomplish something I had always desired, but could never do. Good job. This cleanup has aided His Majesty and my plan in taking big step forward. This old man's remnant cannot last for long. From now on, I'll entrust control Yuan to you. I beg you to leave quickly. Lord's plan is so awesome. He even tricked us. Of course. How can he manage to trick them if he doesn't trick us first? What freaking plan did I plot? Have you heard? Honorable Yi received the chief officer's approval. Not only that, Honorable Yi set a trap and eliminated all the court's villains in one fell swoop. Everyone cheering for MC. Isn't this a bit much? I'm actually not as great as you think I am. I'm destined to be a passerby. I'm not worthy of being treated this way by all of you. Lord, why are you sighing? I'm afraid of betraying those who have placed their faith in me. A person like you, how do you get these kinds of thoughts? I used to get drunk and whip a famous horse for fear of dragging down the beauty. I might not be the person you think I am. The more you expect from me, the more you will be disappointed. At least you stopped us from living like the Walking Dead. This is also why I asked the Heart Mirror to put the Lord to the test. Because I believe only one person can be the chief officer in this generation. And that person is you. No way. I'm really not as great as you think. Wait a minute. You mean you're the person who invited that mirror? I only awakened the heart roarer. Everything that happened after that is a result of your behavior gaining the approval of the heart mirror. You are the reason you've succeeded. I'm the reason? And here I was wondering why a mirror suddenly appeared, and I suddenly became the chief officer. So it was you who appeared, to be honest, but stabbed me in the back. First class preparation, second class preparation, special class preparation. Right, there's still the hidden one who helped me in repelling the assassins. I should be specially prepared for him. Lord, our Control Yuan's Justice Hall has opened. Justice Hall? The Justice Hall opens only when a new chief officer appears. Isn't the Lord curious about the true core secret of the Control Yuan? Lord, please take a seat. This old man, why does he seem so knowledgeable about this place? Is this the information previous chief officers left behind for the successor? The Great Zhou's chief officer. He bore a huge responsibility known only to previous emperors and chief officers. In addition to upholding the law, disciplining the imperial court, and arbitrating the law, he was also the controller of the capital array. If I open up the capital array right now, the capital will be annihilated instantly. And I will also successfully. Scumbag, don't drag others down just because you want to die. Lord, did you receive the message left behind by the first chief officer? Yes. Old Wu, you seem to be familiar with this place, but I've never seen any documents related to you at the Control Yuan. I'm just a nobody. How can a nobody know this much information about the Control Yuan? Fine. Since the Lord wishes to know, then I'll tell you. My real name is actually Wu Zhan. I'm from the palace. Surnamed Wu. You are. On the 37th year of G1 of the 60-year cycle, in February, chaos erupted and the sect revolted. They drew the monster's attention from outside the capital and charged in. The great ancestor was enraged and dispatched a sentry holding the flag of the Heaven Victorious Army. Every enemy was defeated and crushed wherever the flag reached. Back in that era, the Heaven Victorious Army, which defeated the enemies with just a single sentry, was a name synonymous with death. The great ancestor bestowed the surname Wu to everyone in the army. It was so they would eternally keep the martial spirit in mind. I, too, wished to follow in the footsteps of the great ancestor in battle and expedition. Unfortunately, I was born too late. The Heaven Victorious Army has long since vanished. The Heaven Victorious Army has now become the Imperial Army that guards the inner courtyard of the Imperial Palace. I used to be the leader of the Imperial Army that served the previous emperor and guarded the inner courtyard. One day, I was patrolling the palace as usual when I suddenly heard someone asking for help. I rushed there and discovered that it was a celestial sect disciple. He was lusting after and humiliating a lady, but the lady refused to obey him. He then flew into a rage out of humiliation and killed that lady. That was the day the Great Joe paid tribute to the various immortal sect. The celestial sect thought they had support, and no one in the Great Joe would dare to touch him, even if he killed a lady. Others were afraid of him, but not me. As the leader of the Imperial Army, I was just doing what I was supposed to do. The people from the celestial sect rose up in revolt, and the Emperor got enraged. He destroyed my martial arts cultivation and expelled me from the Imperial Army. He ordered that I never set foot in the Imperial Palace again for my entire life. That's why I got transferred to the Control Yuan. As I was getting bored, I started cultivating a sword technique. At least I could accomplish something. His martial art cultivation got destroyed, so he switched to learning sword techniques. He got this strong in less than 60 years? This old man is genius in sword techniques. Old Wu, one day I'll help you get revenge for the humiliation you endure. The Control Yuan will never be afraid of anyone again. You acted without thinking, and now you want me to tidy up your mess? As I previously stated, the master will dispatch troops to the capital to investigate. The capital is now under the command of Spring Breeze House. We cannot act hastily. Nonetheless, you dare to accept Marquis Wu of Wei's order privately. Furthermore, after failing in the assassination, you dare to overstep and gather the assassins, causing the Mist Rain House to lose half its forces. I've understood my mistake. I will never do it again. This time, I failed because I underestimated the girl who was always by Yining's side. Because of Yining, the entire Great Joe is now boiling over. But he killed so many of our men. I must repay this debt. The day the master reaches the capital will be the day he dies. As I previously stated, we're only doing what we're supposed to be doing. You don't have to give us anything. Lord has been seeking justice on my behalf. I must repay this favor. These are some local specialties that my wife and I prepared. You must receive it. You call this a local specialty? Your house's local specialty is indeed special. Elder, your specialty is really. Lord, this is the specialty I mentioned. These are some herbs I gathered. This girl is someone I picked up yesterday in the mountains. My wife and I are worried because she's not waking up, so I brought her here to ask for the Lord's help. Judging by her outfit, she doesn't appear ordinary. Her body continues to absorb spiritual chi from heaven and earth. She could be a cultivator. Unfortunately, there is nothing on her that can help us identify her. Forget it. The elder has also brought some herbs. Let's treat her injury and wait for her to awake. We can't treat her. That girl is dangerous. I can feel fiendish chi on her. That person is a fiendish cultivator. She's a fiendish cultivator. Are all of you afraid of fiendish cultivators? We're not afraid. It's just that whenever a fiendish cultivator appears, a big storm is bound to follow and bring big troubles. When I was still in the military, we had to kill off any fiendish cultivators we came across. Not only is that girl a fiendish cultivator, but her cultivation level may also be quite high. If it wasn't for her injury, her fiendish chi would have never leaked out. Lord, every fiendish and evil cultivator must be killed. Let me eliminate her. There's killing intent. What place is this? Martial artist, sword cultivator, and a successor with the power of a special bloodline? Just a bunch of weaklings and you still dare to kill me? Even if I'm heavily injured right now, I can still easily kill all of you. Wait a moment. Why should we kill her? Do any of you know her? We have no idea who she is, but a fiendish cultivator should be killed. We must judge things by fact, not by heart. We don't even know what she did before and whether she's a good or bad person, yet you try to kill her by taking advantage of her injuries. Does that seem human to you? Lord, how can there be a good fiendish cultivator? If you don't kill her right now, she might kill you when she's awake. She might kill you when she's awake. Wait, she might kill me? I must protect her so she can kill me. Excuse me, all this time, who's been spreading these rumors about fiendish cultivators only bringing calamity? Isn't it the immortal sect that has always been the enemy of the fiendish sect? Then let us think about it. The immortal sect said that fiendish cultivators are merciless, cruel, and greedy. How is that any different from the behavior of the immortal sect? In this world, how many people do you think died because of the immortal sect? People are nothing more than livestock in the eyes of those immortal sect. Isn't their greed far worse than that of those fiendish cultivators? In my opinion, the only difference between immortal and fiendish cultivators is their way of cultivating. Just like a treasure sword, some people take up swords to harm others, while others take up swords to help others. We should judge by the person, not by the sword. There should be no distinction between immortal and fiendish and their abilities. This person is interesting. Everyone, understand? Are you speechless from my bluffing? No one can stop me from dying. Don't tell me, is the Lord interested in her? So the Lord interested in witches? Such a unique taste. What kind of expressions are those? All I want is to help her. I'm really grateful for everyone's response to my invitation. Since everyone has arrived, I'll cut to the chase. I invited everyone to a meeting today to talk about Yi Ning. How about we go meet with the emperor again, ask him to abolish the control yuan? Didn't you notice His Majesty repeatedly protecting Yi Ning? Such a big problem arose at the imperial court just a few days ago, but no action was taken. Maybe it's because Yi Ning helped him back when the kings threatened him. It's natural for him to show favor towards Yi Ning. We can't depend on the emperor anymore. Marquis, if I remember, the founding minister has a magical treasure called soul-absorbing lamp. It can kill people without leaving any traces. I do possess a malicious magical treasure called soul-absorbing lamp. My ancestors received it after the battle against the poisonous witch cult thousands of years ago. After the treasure is activated, all living things within a 5-mile radius will have their blood evaporated, leaving behind a dry corpse. Their souls get consumed by the magical treasure and can never be reincarnated. What makes this treasure extraordinary is that there will be no traces when it is activated. Good, then we'll use this magical treasure. However, to activate this treasure, we will need a lot of spirit stones. The amount I have is far from enough. I will need everyone to contribute theirs generously. Brother Yi, after going through the selection procedure, we have found that there are 572 people who fit the criteria. Those who have joined the Control Yuan must remember this word, devotion. I will say this beforehand. For those who are wavering and unsure, you can still leave. Good, then I'll start now. For what reason have you decided to join the Control Yuan? I came because of Lord Yi. People are suffering. We, as martial artists, should take up our swords and save the people. I'm from the Li clan. I'm here as a spy. I'm a visitor from Marquis Wu of Wei. I would have never guessed if we didn't check. I'm speechless. They were easily exposed through a simple check. I would be insane to expect these idiots to kill me. Is there anyone here? Please help me. What's the matter? Today is so cold, and I'm starving. Can I exchange this lamp that has been passed down in my family to exchange for some food? It's just some food. I don't need your lamp. Wait for a moment. I'll bring some to you now. Hold on. You must take this lamp. Take the lamp inside and put it in the guest room. Don't tell anyone. Understood? Why am I here? What was I doing just now? I guess I'm getting old. My memory is getting worse. Qingxue, is there any news from your sect? My master says that Yi Ning is too arrogant. He must be delusional to think he can save the great Zhou. He cannot be spared. Although the sect has put a bounty on his head, upon further discussion with the sect, they have agreed to allow you to kill Yi Ning. The sect will only step in if you fail. Rest assured, I, your father, am confident about killing Yi Ning. I hope you're not bluffing. The one who's going to lose face if you fail is me. As long as I can obtain the Jade Chamber's immortal ascending pill, I can also become an immortal cultivator with a single step. 24 hours later, Yi Ning will disappear from this world. Founding Minister, you're the greatest contributor this time. I don't deserve it. This calligraphy was written by the great ancestor himself for my ancestor. But now, Father, where have you been? Impudent! Who allowed you to touch the solitary devoting sword? Didn't you know that this treasure was given to us, Mu clan, by the great ancestor? I know, so please tell me, did you go to the Marquis Wu of Wei's mansion? Are you trying to harm Lord Yi? How did you know? You are really trying to harm Lord Yi? Do you remember that you're the founding minister? Our lineage is that of generals who died fighting for the country from the time of the founder. We are not cowards who surrender. Shut up! What do you know? Everything I did was for the Mu clan. Do you realize that even the commoners out there know that the founding minister's residence has betrayed the great Zhou? I will never let you harm a person like Lord Yi. You are not allowed to go anywhere today. Bring him to the study room to rest. Guaniing, please don't blame me. This is the only choice I have for the Mu clan's 50,000 soldiers in the Scarlet Flame Army. Guaniing, you're right. I'm a coward, and there's no going back for me now. On the other hand, you still have a long way to go. If Yi Ning can survive this time, I, too, will confess to the world. Does this count as me giving myself overtime work? This is good. Not going back for the whole night is a good choice. It's better if you're so busy that you forget about that woman. Which part of her is good? All she has is a face prettier than average. I won't lose to her if you're talking about appearance. As for other parts, what is she doing? Brother Yi, are you busy? I brought a big present for you. I suddenly have a bad feeling. Everyone, please come in. Brother Yi, these are the loyal and righteous people scattered all over the world and recruited by us in the name of Control Yuan. Why didn't I know about this matter? We wanted to give the Lord a surprise. Surprise? Are you kidding me? You call this a surprise? How kind of you. These people are different from those before. I can feel certain aura emitting from them. I seriously have no way to reject them. Congratulations, Brother Yi. No one failed this time. I welcome everyone to the Control Yuan. I'm going to pass out from exhaustion after chatting with that group of passionate middle-aged men all night. I wonder if dying from exhaustion will match the system requirement or not. About that woman we picked up. Is she awake yet? Not yet. I looked from the outside just now. Her complexion looks better. She of obliteration? Those that wish to deal with me wouldn't use this kind of simple method. I appear to have saved someone's life by chance. Whatever. I, Pei Human, will never be indebted to others. You saved me once. This will count as me repaying your favor. The soul-absorbing lamp was destroyed? This is better, since this means that Yining is not dead. Maybe this is fate. What did you say? Repeat it again without omitting anything. Marquis, Yining is still alive and is eating breakfast at his house. That damned founding minister. He dared to betray us. I can only give you one last opportunity. If you can't kill him, you can forget about obtaining the immortal ascending pill. Qingxue, this time I really will. Shinsanbian, go to the Mist Rain House again to find Sir Mu. If he can kill Yining this time, I will reward him 10 times the previous reward. I have to go to that forsaken place again. If he happens to be in a bad mood, I will die. Isn't that Mu Guanyin? Why is he hurrying like he's running away? Lord Yi, are you still alive? Young Master Mu? Thank you for worrying, but I'm still alive. Lord Yi, someone is trying to harm you. What you mean is, Marquis Wu of Wei is trying to harm me again, but I'm not dead? No way. Don't tell me someone saved me behind my back again. Then the soul-absorbing lamp you mentioned should still be around, right? Lord Yi, the soul-absorbing lamp is too dangerous. Let me go and take it out for you. I told you. You're still young. Stay outside while I go in to retrieve it. Are you guys trying to find this thing? Why did you wake up? What? Am I not allowed to wake up? I didn't expect you to wake up so soon. Earlier, Old Wu told me that your injuries would need a long time to heal. This is all thanks to his father, who sent someone to place this trinket in my room. That's why I got better so quickly. My father? You mean this thing is the soul-absorbing lamp? I can't feel any spirituality in it anymore. Did you destroy the soul-absorbing lamp? The curse inside has been absorbed by me. What's the point of leaving it intact? You absorbed the curse? No way. Impossible. Do you think I brought you here to do that kind of thing? You're a fiendish cultivator. How could you save me while sleeping? But as much as I want to die, I'm glad we have her this time. If the soul-absorbing lamp activated, I wouldn't be the only one who would die. I will never forget you for saving my life. You've saved me once. You can consider this as paying you back. This fiendish cultivator is person with principles. Young master, it's bad. What happened? Did my father ask you to come and capture me back? That's not it. Something happened to the master. Please return with me. It's suicide. Uncle Fu, please tell me what happened. The truth is that the minister had never even considered betraying Great Zhou. There's a reason he did all these. As the saying goes, a tall tree attracts the wind. The bloodline of the founding minister would inevitably get targeted by the immortal sect. The immortal sect threatened the bloodline of the founding minister with the Scarlet Flame Army, forcing the minister to stand on their side. The minister is forced to do things against his will to protect the Scarlet Flame Army. The ministers use this method to put an end to everything is most likely to take responsibility and provide an explanation to the bloodline of the founding minister. Lord Yi, this jade plate is the minister's confession to you. It contains a list of forces within the capital that have sided with the immortal sect, as well as all of the wrongdoing they have committed. This is the minister's last wish, and I hope Lord Yi can forgive the minister. Uncle Fu, please stand up. I've received a present from the founding minister. None of those immortal sect's lackeys will be able to escape. Scarlet Flame Army. If the immortal sect discovers that Lord Yi is still alive, they will believe that my father has betrayed them. They will almost certainly attack the Scarlet Flame Army. Where the Scarlet Flame Army? They've been stationed at the Camp 30 Li outside the capital. Let's go to the outskirts of the capital. It's the Scarlet Flame Army's camp. Their flag is still there. Don't tell me the Scarlet Flame Army still hasn't. I've looked around. There are no survivors. Someone had already tampered with the area where the Scarlet Flame Army was stationed. There was an unexpected explosion, and none of them could react in time. This is a slaughter. They are too brutal. I actually never understood Father. Father has done nothing wrong. I'm the wrong one. What are you doing? What? Are you afraid? Look at this. Take good look at these 50,000 innocent people and the founding minister. They're all watching you. And what are you showing them? Insanity? Remorse? Or is it fear? The burden you're carrying is no longer your gains and losses. It's the honor of the entire bloodline of the founding minister. Lord Yi, please tell me, what should I do now? Gain back the honor that the founding minister lost. Get revenge for the Scarlet Flame Army. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. We're returning. It's time to settle our debts with these scums. I was worried that I couldn't kill you, but now you're here searching for death yourself. Dispatch all the forces and kill Yi Ning. Those who kill Yi Ning will be heavily compensated. Lord Yi is back. Looking at his imposition, I wonder which of the wicked officials will meet their end today. Yi Ning, let me borrow your head. Get lost. Nyojinsi, you shall take command of this fight. Control Yuan, follow me, and kill the enemies. You think you bunch of scumbags are worthy of fighting me? When did the people from the Control Yuan become so fierce? I told you before, the Control Yuan is different from what it used to be. Since all of you have decided to side with the Marquis, then stop hiding your strength. Pull out all your trump cards. Since Sershan said so, we'll stop hiding. That's right, we're going to be the ones who die if Yi Ning is not dead. It's the people from the immortal sect. It really is a marvel. Even a random gathering of cultivators has someone who managed to reach the destiny realm. Even the weakest one has reached the enlightened realm. I can't be bothered about whether he is destined or whatever. Today, we'll show him what desperation means. That's right, they have reinforcements. Brothers, protect Lord Yi till your last breath. Interesting, the situation is pretty intense. Perhaps, could this be? However, if I die now, not only will it disappoint those in the Control Yuan who are risking their lives to protect me, but I will also be unable to answer to the 50,000 Scarlet Flame Army soldiers who died a wrongful death. Your lordship, do not worry. Protect Lord Yi. As expected, I shouldn't give myself false hope of dying. Although these people are wearing the uniform of the Control Yuan, all of them are unreasonably strong. Since when did so many experts were there in the Control Yuan? It isn't another surprise from this brat, is it? The Control Yuan actually recruited so many experts. No matter what, Yi Ning must die today. If we miss this opportunity, we'll be the ones dying. Brother Yi, since the Control Yuan already has the upper hand, why don't you compose another battle poem to cheer them on? A battle poem? This world's scholars are not pushovers either. We can also use our pens as swords, inks as arrows, and kill our enemies with poems. Even if it's a recitation of poem, if there is sufficient scholarly chi, it can still be condensed to materialize into weapons to kill the enemies. Such strong scholarly chi. Isn't he a genius of the Confucian Tao? There's a Confucian scholar. A Confucian scholar has joined the battle. A Confucian scholar, Yi Ning, is actually a Confucian scholar. We have provoked a monster. A monster who can disregard the seal on the sage's garden. It's over. It's all over. No. He isn't a Confucian scholar yet. It's just that his scholarly chi and virtuous chi have accumulated to the level of a Confucian scholar. It's hard to imagine the heights he would be able to reach after the sage's garden is unsealed and the Confucian Dowry materializes. So I already became such a monster without even realizing it. Clean up the battlefield and form a group to take control of the city's gates. It's time to settle the debts. I'm sorry, Master, I suddenly recalled that my mother at home is in labor, so I need to make a trip back. Master, my father is remarrying today. I'll be leaving first. You bastard, why are you running? Get back here, all of you. Shun Sanbian, go. You're all traitors, cowards. Others might fear you, but I don't after all. My daughter is a direct disciple of the Jade Chamber. Master Wu, it's been a while. This is Marquis Wu of Wei's residence. What are all of you trying to do? What, laying your hands on my people the moment we meet? Is this how the Control Yuan operates? It's because I'm in a bad mood. What did you say? I said, I'm in a bad mood. 50,000 people, 50,000 lives. gone just like that. Master Wu, you've taught me something. It was you who made me truly understand that this is a real world and not a game where I'm the be-all and end-all. And if people are killed, they will die. What exactly are you saying? What has my order to eliminate those 50,000 Scarlet Flame Army soldiers to do with you? This is the price one has to pay for having the gall to betray us. Did you dare declare war against us for the sake of 50,000 strangers? You're speaking as if the lives of 50,000 humans are worthless. My father just didn't want to be associated with jerks like you. Exactly what crime did he commit? Trying to reason with such people is like trying to reason with a beast. Someone take him away. What use is there to arrest me? I'll be released sooner or later. Shut it. What are you? We told you to shut it. You guys, how can you humiliate me and make me put this on in public? Humiliate? You're supposed to be shackled to a pillory on the road for your execution. You're going to kill me? Yi Ning, you can't kill me. My daughter, Fang Qingxue, is the direct disciple of the Jade Chamber. I want to meet the Emperor. Meet the Emperor? We, the Control Yuan, have the authority to act at our discretion. You'll still die even after meeting the Emperor. This is unfair. I'm not the only one who committed these crimes, so why am I the only one being killed? This is a list of names given to me by the founding minister. Don't worry, we won't let a single one of your accomplices off. Crazy, just for sake of mere 50,000 people. More than just 50,000 lives, they are soldiers of the Great Zhou. Now, take back the word mere. Your lordship, we found a ritual implement. A mirror? This is Jade Chamber's end of the world mirror. Who are you? Is this Fang Qingxue? Just to inform you, your father is currently on his execution parade. Once all his accomplices are arrested and brought to justice, he'll be dealt with as per the law. You're Yi Ning? Looks like my father really can't do anything right. But you better consider the consequences of your action and act carefully. Don't worry, countless immortal sect want to and have tried to kill me. You're not the first. Good. Very good. This woman, she decided to make the mirror self-destruct over a minor disagreement? Brothers, next up, the government of the Ronghua. What? They arrested Marquis Wu of Wei and are heading toward the government of the Ronghua? What a mess. Forget Marquis Wu of Wei. The officials of the Ronghua have the privilege proof bestowed upon them by their great ancestors. Wanting to touch them is, Your Highness, Lord Yi used the family of the officials of Ronghua to threaten them and arrested the officials of Rongvo. Right now, they're on the way to the Zheng family. The Zheng family? By Zheng family, are you referring to the greatest family of aristocrats? What exactly is he trying to do? I felt incredibly honored when I heard the news that the chief officer was coming. Your lordship, please come in for a cup of tea. Forget the tea. If you really want a drink, I'd rather you come with me to the Control Yuan for the drink. We, the Zhang family of the capital, strictly follow our family customs. A gentleman's actions form the virtues of a gentleman. I am puzzled as to why your lordship would like to arrest me. Or, is it that I've done something to offend your lordship for you to bear a personal grudge against me? A family that seems to follow strict customs. If it weren't for me having irrefutable evidence, we may really have been deceived by you. Do you know what this is? This here is a report that a certain person worthy of our respect sacrificed their reputation, honor and life to obtain. Could it be the founding minister? As expected, initially, I thought that he was weak and easy to take advantage of, but I didn't expect to be so wrong about him. Your lordship, what are you saying? I do not understand at all. Alright, then I'll make it clearer. For sake of we Great Zhou, the founding minister has been enduring a life of humiliation to carry out the mission of infiltrating your party. In order to obtain this report, on the surface, the Zheng clan a family of scholars, but in the shadows, they collude with the immortal sect. The evil deeds that they have committed which have been recorded within this jade slip are sufficient for the Zhang family to die 100 times over. The founding minister was a part of the Control Yuan. He gave up petty righteousness for the sake of a greater cause. Long live the founding minister. Thank you for doing this for my father. Thank you for your lordship's kindness. There's no need to thank me. All I did was let everyone know about a person that should not be forgotten. Take a look at those people. More than anyone else, they yearn for a founding minister who is dependable no matter the situation, and in the future, you'll have to be the one to forge the path forward. Next. As expected, Lord Yi did what he said he would. Your lordship, we've already checked, not a single person on the list was missed. Alright, to the execution grounds. Yi Ning, do you really want to make an enemy of the 6 states and the immortal sect? If you kill us, the 6 states and the immortal sect definitely will not let you off. The Great Zhou will also be punished because of you. Okay, and so what? The Great Zhou is under the protection of the capital array. If the immortal sect want to lay a finger on the Great Zhou, they first have to think about whether they even have the ability to do so. As for wanting to kill me, just let them try. That's right, there's no way out if we clash with the immortal sect. If we don't continue going forward, there'd be no way for us to back out. If only everyone back then was as brave as him, perhaps we wouldn't have failed. Bring the criminals. Yi Ning, you lunatic. Are you trying to drag the entirety of the Great Zhou down with you? Dragged down? Wasn't the Great Zhou dragged down by all of you a long time ago? Are you saying that if I don't kill all of you, the Great Zhou will return to being the once powerful and prosperous Great Zhou? Are you saying that if I don't kill all of you, the immortal sect won't continue exploiting the Great Zhou? The reason I'm killing all of you is to let all those who still believe in justice and morals catch a glimpse of hope. To see that we, the control Yuan, are still upholding justice and equality. Begin. What? Sage's Garden? I remember now, but wasn't that place turned to ruins by the immortal sects a long time ago? It was destroyed, but not completely destroyed. Actually, for the past 1,000 years, people have still been able to enter the Sage's Garden. It consumes the country's destiny each time someone enters. So, for someone to have the right to enter the Sage's Garden, not only do they have to be a talented genius, morally upright, but also loyal to the country. His Majesty thinks that Lord Yi and Lord Kai fit the bill. Perhaps, Lord Yi could thus be lucky and survive the upcoming calamity. You're sending me to the Sage's Garden to wait out the calamity? Understood. To put it simply, they want to send me into a dungeon and let me become stronger so I can continue living. So Lord Yi agrees? No. Lord, to be completely honest, His Majesty really treats you extremely well. Can't you abide by His Majesty's wishes for once? Old Lu, stop crying on me. Get up. I can agree to any of your requests, but for this, I really can't agree with it. Believe me, I have my reasons. Brother Yi, I don't understand either. There are some things that cannot be explained. When the time is right, it will naturally all make sense. When I return as the Emperor of the Upper Realm, you'll all understand. Your master is already aware of your situation. Yi Ning likes to pick fights. If we still don't respond, everyone will assume that the immortal sects are afraid of him. Your disciple earnestly requests Master to act and kill Yi Ning. It is now a critical period in your master's cultivation and is thus unable to take action for a mere nobody. However, your master has already sent word to the various main immortal sects. Since he killed so many this time, those who are after his life are not limited to merely the Jade Chamber. We'll utilize the chance when the immortal sects take revenge on him to pressurize the Emperor of the Great Zhou. Yi Ning's nothing big, but we must control the Emperor. We have to remove the seeds of any rebellion before they begin to sprout. Release the souls? Buddhism? That's new. I didn't expect there to be Buddhism in this world as well. Buddhism only began to spread gradually after His Majesty ascended to the throne. It originated from the Hualua state in the west. While the Hualua state is roughly the size of the Great Zhou, its land is infertile and spiritual qi is weak. The people felt that they would be able to ascend to Sukhabati through harsh training. But an increasing number of devout followers of Buddhism wanted to seek the true meaning of the Buddhist Dharma. So they began to head towards various countries to carry out missionary work, and the Great Zhou naturally became one of their important targets. For an unknown reason, His Majesty is extremely interested in Buddhism, so he invited Master Yuanfang to the capital. Not only did Majesty construct the White Horse Temple for them, His Majesty even conferred him the position of Master Protector of State. Are you sure what you're talking about is the traditional Buddhist Dharma? While I may not be extremely familiar with it either, I definitely didn't make up nonsense. No wonder there are no followers. The Buddhist Dharma in this world is completely different from ours. Its core consists of only the most superficial parts of Buddhist Dharma. Master, did His Majesty send someone here just now to confer another title? The reason His Majesty sent a message this time was to request me to protect a person. Of course, if we can convert him into a Buddhist, the Buddhist Dharma's aspirations of spreading throughout the world will no longer just be a faraway dream. Speak of the devil. He can just organize his religious assembly. Why is he inviting me to it? Master Yuanfang said that the massacre occurred due to your lordship. So if your lordship is there, it may comfort the deceased souls. Are you sure that my presence will offer comfort to the deceased souls? If that devil Marquis Wu of Wei sees me, he'd be considered very tolerant if he doesn't die a second time from anger. Master Yuanfang also said that he would release the souls of those 50,000 Scarlet Flame Army soldiers, the founding minister, as well as all all those commoners who died a wrongful death from suffering. I understand. For the sake of that, we should attend the assembly. Are you certain he will attend the religious assembly? This is a good opportunity to kill him. It's a shame those bunch of trash, including Marquis Wu of Wei, died too early and didn't give us a single cent of the remuneration they were supposed to pay us. Yining, the person who is being sought after and revered by countless people, is being hailed as the world's only light of the world. So, I want to personally extinguish this light. Tomorrow, I want to pull off this assassination in front of everyone. Everyone, excuse me, Lord Yi. Even Lord Yi is here. Looks like Buddhism is really not to be belittled. My apologies. I'm here as I was also invited to attend the religious assembly. This humble monk greets your lordship, the chief officer. The prestige this person holds amongst the commoners is indeed different. I must definitely convert him to a Buddhism. I must once again thank the master for releasing the souls of the 50,000 Scarlet Flame Army soldiers and the commoners who died for the greater good from suffering. As a follower of Buddhism, it is this humble monk's duty to do so. On the other hand, Lord Yi has a heart of gold. In my humble opinion, Lord Yi is full of wisdom. You should join our Buddhist sect. Master, you're praising me too much. However, I'll have to pass on joining the Buddhist sect as I'm not interested. The Buddhist sect values affinity. While Lord Yi is unwilling to, you still have an affinity with the Buddhist sect. Please take a seat first. Forget it, in my past life, it was already nightmare being forced by my old woman to study a few books of Buddhist scripture. I no longer want to continue foreordained affinities. Does this monk have malicious intentions? You're not any better either. You can clearly walk and run, yet you continue to stay at our house and refuse to leave. You even act so intimately with Brother Yi every day. Why do you say so? If you dabble in devildom, you'll become familiar with such feelings as you meet fake people daily. This monk also emanates the same feeling of fakeness. Fake? But what is this monk trying to achieve by acting fake in front of me? Could it be that he wants to kill me too? Such warm light. My body feels much better. My chest doesn't feel heavy anymore either. Thank you, Master. The power of Buddha is indeed stronger than the powers of the immortals. Great. The first step was huge success. Next up, it's time to convert you. There's killing intent? Who dares to act out of line in front of me? Looks like I'm not the target of this killer. Interesting. Letting him endure some hardships first may not be a bad thing. There's only one chance. There's no room for error. Letting him experience the threat of dying first will make him more steadfast towards converting to Buddhism. Idiot. What happened? Could it be the people from the immortal sects? No. If the immortal sects want to take action, they would just come straight to kill you rather than bother with all these pointless things. Wei Wuntong, bring some men with you to investigate. There are others who are in charge of such matters. I'm responsible for protecting your lordship. The commoners are more important than me. I'm very safe here. Just go if I tell you to. What's with all the bullshit? Brother Yi, this decision of yours is a little rash. Don't worry. This explosion definitely isn't a coincidence. If it's really to kill me, I can play along with all of you for a bit too. Idiot. You actually even voluntarily sent your bodyguard away. You're really tired of living. Take action. Yes, sir. Wonderful, there really are assassins. Are these people from the Mist Rain House? Protect the Lord. Don't be afraid. I'll protect you. I don't want your protection. I can die, but you definitely can't. All killers in hiding, go. Stop them. Mr. Yi, your time is up. Your killer is Cold 17 of the Mist Rain House. At this moment, I can sense that this is the perfect slash of my entire career as an assassin. This slash isn't simple. I must step in. It's too late. I can't stop them. The Heavenly Emperor's position is mine. Such a quick cutlass. This voice, this tone, this way of speaking. My lord, this person is mine. Get lost if you know what's best for you. Why do I feel like I am getting backstabbed again? My lord, you're really putting me in a tight spot. I'm already halfway to Rove the assassination. How am I supposed to get out of this situation now? Lord Yi, I was wrong. What did you say? Lord Yi is brimming with righteousness and has unparalleled loyalty. You are the one leading the resurgence of the Great Zhou. Although I have received orders to assassinate you, I cannot bear to do so in the end. If I kill Lord Yi, I'm afraid it will continue weighing on my conscience for the rest of my life. What? Lun Shichi, have you been hypnotized? Everyone, did this assassin say that he's called Lun Shichi? I've heard that those with the Lung family name from the Blue Mist House are all cold-blooded and heartless, yet such a person was actually won over by Lord Yi. That's great, lad. A rogue who turns over a new leaf is more precious than gold. Screw off, uncle. This guy is insane. Just kill me if you want to, else just screw off. Why are you talking about turning over a new leaf? What ideas would your current actions give the killers who want to kill me? Your Excellency, you are giving me too much credit. Actually, I'm not as good as you say I am. You do not have to put yourself down like this either. What is your lordship saying? Your lordship's character is like a shining star in the dark sky and an oasis in a desert. All of your lordship's actions inspire everyone alike. You're getting all emotional, don't blame me. You're the one who got all mushy first. You're praising me too much. In fact, I feel that your Excellency is overflowing with righteousness, to the point where you're like a hero. Your Excellency's skills are extremely rare, while your character even more of a scarce sight to behold in this world. Your lordship, there's no need to be humble. You're even more humble. This really is a tale of the ages and a sight that cannot be seen anywhere else. If you can't kill me, I just disgust you to death. I really wish you would die. Your lordship, take care. I'll leave first. While I may not have killed your lordship today, I do not know if other killers will show you mercy like me. Even if it's not for yourself, your lordship must pay attention to your safety for the sake of all the people. That's right. In the future, you cannot afford to be this careless again. I advise you to have an elite soldier in charge of your safety beside you at all times. Bastard, stabbing me in the back even as you leave. Captain, were you really won over by Yining? Won my ass. Did you not see that woman in black beside Yining? What about that woman? That woman is the lord we've been unable to contact all this time. She was the one who stopped me from laying a hand on Yining. What else could I do? The boss is actually a female? But why is she by Yining's side yet not killing him? How would I know? Based on what I know about boss, she definitely isn't the type to voluntarily help others. Could it be? Is the boss into Yining? Is he trying to give up on living by offending the immortal sect? Since there's someone that's hungry for their life, it's time for me to take action too. Just say the word, my lord. This servant will definitely give his life to fulfill it. You used to follow the late emperor, yet you have to follow my orders now. Do you bear any resentment against me? The reason this servant was able to rise to this position is all thanks to my lord. Even if my lord wants me to die, I'll do it without question. In this is the 7 emotions powder bestowed upon us by Immortal Feng. You should know what to do. That grandchild you adopted probably doesn't wish for you to make any unnecessary moves either. Don't worry, my lord. Crap, it's so hard to die now. Dear immortal sex, you need to step up. If you don't try to kill me, it's going to become even more difficult to do so. My lord, someone is inviting you to attend a banquet. Inviting me to a banquet? Han Wang? Goodness me, is Han Wang acting up again today? He was once a talent of the imperial court. Which demon did he offend to end up like this? Master Wang, stop wandering off. We should head back. Master Wang, you can't eat that. I wonder what exactly happened to this Han Wang. Anyway, after he went insane, people rarely talked about him anymore. Some have even claimed that they saw him eating cow dung by the roadside. Damn, how brave of him to eat shit. But why did he invite me to a banquet? Reply in my stead that I will not be able to attend as I am currently tied down by other responsibilities. This woman doesn't have much of a presence usually, yet whenever she speaks, she always hits the nail on the head. If I get the chance, I must get a taste of her true nature. What? Developing an interest in me? On the account that we've known each other for a long time, I'll be honest with you and tell you that I'm a successor of the demonic clan. A successor of the demonic clan? Wasn't the demonic clan eliminated eons ago? Demonic clan? What's that? Long ago, 7 followers of the demonic clan created the 7 clans of the demonic Tao who opposed the 13 clans of the immortal sects, both not being far off from each other. As the birthplace of the demonic Tao, the demonic clan possessed unparalleled power and spanned across the region, surviving for thousands of years. Later, a traitor appeared within the demonic clan who added fuel to the fire as they colluded with the immortal sects, leaving the demonic clan in shambles. The demonic clan had been suppressed by the immortal sects, had no choice but to pledge allegiance to the great ancestors of the Great Zhou, and were finally able to catch a break, while the immortal sects were subjected to a bloodbath lasting over 1,000 years. After the great ancestors disappeared, the immortal sects recovered and began their revenge, exterminating the demonic clan. I'm very curious. curious. How did a rift form within the demonic clan, which was so powerful and prosperous back then? It was due to a gongfa, a heavenly demon art. Legend has it that the heavenly demon art is the world's first gongfa. It allows one to absorb the strength of others to boost one's own cultivation. Since you're a successor of the demonic clan, you should know the heavenly demon art, right? Alright, come to my room with me. Kids are not allowed to enter. Sister Pei, what are you trying to do? You haven't recovered yet, have you? Don't you want to absorb a little something? Absorb what? Indeed, I can absorb the strength of others to heal my injuries. Still, there aren't any suitably strong people in the capital. If it's just an ordinary cultivator, it won't be of much help to me. Won't it work with me? You'll let me absorb your virtuous chi? Won't you become useless if I absorb your virtuous chi? It's fine. I'm the one who's willingly letting you absorb it. Besides, won't you be able to fend off those after your life if you recover as soon as possible? As follower of Confucianism with lofty ambitions and goal to save the great Zhou, his virtuous chi is his greatest trump card. Why letting me absorb it so willingly? Could it be that he likes me? I've long become used to men using various ways to express mere admiration toward me as well as the crazed look in their eyes. But his eyes remain exceptionally clear, and he has never even said the word love to me. Rather, he courageously and selflessly volunteers when I need it the most. You shower me with affection, yet I can't promise you anything because I've been entrusted with the mission. Hey, can you do it or not? I'm getting impatient. Alright, I must control my strength. I absolutely cannot damage the core of his virtuous chi. Just what are they doing? I really didn't expect that having my strength absorbed would feel this good. You can go harder. My injury already gotten significantly better, yet he's still emitting such strong virtuous chi? He really is a monster. If Confucianism had not died out, Yining would definitely have been poised to become a sage. Since this brat is guarding the doorway, Yining should be in the room. Don't blame me if it's all just a huge misunderstanding. Sister Pei, you can do it. Use more power. Wait a moment. Sister Pei? Could it be? What a weirdo. Whatever, do as you wish, as long as you find it comfortable. I'm fine with anything. It's my lord's voice. Sister Pei, are you sure you can do it? Harder. I'm already trying my best. To be honest, this is my first time doing this and running into such a situation. You really have too much stamina. I believe in you. You can definitely wring me dry. Alright, I try my best. My enemy has become my boss man. Yining, have you not realized? Even after I absorbed it, your virtuous chi wasn't diminished. In fact, after I absorbed it, your regenerated virtuous chi became 10 times more exquisite than what it was initially. Which means, I become stronger than before. Hey, stop this instant. Why is this happening? I'm afraid everyone in this world will become jealous of you if the word about your situation spreads. Jealous, my ass. I just want to die peacefully and become the heavenly emperor. Why am I becoming stronger? Sister Pei, how's your injury? If it still has yet to recover completely, you can continue since it's already like this. I've already recovered more or less, but I don't have to absorb any more strength. I just have to rest for a bit. I just feel that there are many things that I should observe and learn from Yining. Besides, I have not repaid him for treating my injuries. How could I just leave? I, Pei Yuhan, never leave my debts unpaid. Sly bitch, just puffing out the chest. I can do it too. What she is doing? Leader, didn't you say that you were going to gather intel? Why are you like this after returning? Gather intel? What intel? The Mist Rain House will soon belong to the Yi guy. What's going on? Leader, could it be that, our lord? That's right. The leader is at the Yi residence, in Yining's bedroom. The two of them. What about the two of them? Spill it. What about the two of them? Greetings, my lord. Leng Shiqi, it's been 10 years since we last met, and you've gotten so bold. You actually dared to spy on me? This subordinate dares not. I only snuck into the Yi residence in order to contact my lord. Bloody hell. That day, my lord was acting so nice and gentle towards Yining, so I thought she had a change of heart. Looking at it now, my lord's gentle side must only be reserved for him. This is the first and also the last time. I promise not to forget. Now, I want you guys to mobilize the capital branch's forces and help me do two things. First, spread the word that I'm in the capital and that I have suffered a grave injury and thus I am currently recuperating. Second, gather information on anyone who intends to harm Yining. Find them and kill them. A descendant of the demonic clan? She really is a descendant of the demonic clan. I admire Yi Ning for being willing to take in people from any background. That descendant of the demonic clan doesn't harbor any ill intentions towards Yi Ning, does she? She does not. Their encounter was only a coincidence. Currently, both of them are in an intimate relationship. He's free to be intimate with whoever he wants. However, the chief officer of the Control Yuan, seeing someone from the demonic clan, could provoke the immortal sect into taking more drastic actions. Since it's Yi Ning, he probably does not care about the views of the immortal sects. That's true. With Yi Ning's temperament, he won't care about his safety. Although, for the Empress Dowager's birthday tomorrow, we must still increase the number of men in the palace as a precaution. The Empress Dowager and I do not get along. We have not interacted ever since I ascended to the throne. Yet now she suddenly wants me to prepare her birthday banquet for her. To tell the truth, back then, when the late emperor was on his deathbed, he warned me repeatedly to never trust the Empress Dowager. However, while the Empress Dowager may not be my biological mother, she is still the Empress Dowager. So, I have no choice but to hold the birthday banquet. But, we must also keep our guards against the Empress Dowager up. I'm not going. Lord Yi, could you just do it out of respect? It's the Empress Dowager we're talking about. You're the chief officer of the Control Yuan. Not going is not an option. You have to prepare a birthday present too. Even these 3 talents are saying that. Is there really no way out? I guess I can go? Wonderful, I'll help my lordship prepare the birthday gift this instant. There's no rush. From what I know, this Empress Dowager is not your ordinary person. So how well do you guys know this Empress Dowager? Her surname is Bai. Word has it that she's from a great aristocratic family and was deeply in love with the late emperor when they were young, but their relationship soured later on. In addition, the Empress Dowager bore no sons and is not His Majesty's biological mother. Strictly speaking, she isn't from a great aristocratic family, but rather from a cultivation family. What is a cultivation family? It's a cultivation group is divided by families. Word has it that there were many tyrannical cultivation families in ancient times, but most of the families have fallen to the point where they can only depend on the immortal sex. That's right. The Empress Dowager's birth name is Bai Wei, and she was from the Bai family of cultivation families. As for the Bai family, the immortal sect they depend on is the Jade Chamber. It's no wonder she suddenly appeared wanting to hold a birthday banquet after living in seclusion for all these years. The Jade Chamber must be pulling the strings behind the scenes to target my lord. My lord is filled with virtuous chi and even has the indestructible Vajra Pure Land Sanskrit. She alone is no match for my lord. The ways of harming others have never been limited to physical weapons, for example, like poison. See, it is actually extremely easy to cause harm to someone. That's right, others can still kill me using poison. Yi Ning, after knowing all this, do you still want to attend the birthday banquet? Of course. As an official, if I do not attend the Empress Dowager's birthday banquet, won't that be equivalent to breaking the official's code of conduct? Fine, come here. What? She's not trying to absorb me, is she? Greenie is a green-scaled snake I found many years ago. It possesses the blood of the ancient honorable blue-eyed python and can even detect danger and toxins. Where did it go? Stop looking for it. If it senses danger, it will automatically warn you. Whatever, it's just a snake. So what if it can predict danger? If I want to die, no one can stop me. Lord Yi, Lord Kai, please follow me. Word has it that these fishes are the Empress Dowager's dearest pets, and she often comes here to feed them. Their eyes that are brimming with wisdom. They're truly intelligent creatures. Lord Yi, this is my seat. Alright, see you later. Yi Ning is here. He actually came? Bunch of good-for-nothings. Not a single one of them dares to look me in the eye. These people probably wouldn't resort to such pointless acts of provocation. It is likely the Empress Dowager. I have no choice but to intensify the heat then. Is no one going to provide an explanation? Lord Yi should have a seat. The palace maids might have made a mistake in the rush. I really am invisible. So you guys can think about the palace maids but happen to have forgotten about me? The banquet is entirely managed by the concubines under Her Majesty, the Empress Dowager. Is my lordship perhaps expressing your dissatisfaction with the Empress Dowager? Of course, I dare not to be dissatisfied with the Empress Dowager. I'm just curious about something. Since I'm still standing, what gives all of you the idea that you have the right to sit? What a wonderful minister. Lord Yi, how imposing. What am I wrong? Empress Dowager, you're absolutely right. His Majesty has arrived. His Majesty is busy with the country's affairs. You did not have to come. Queen Mother is my senior. There is no excuse for a junior to not attend their senior's birthday banquet. Since you're here, Your Majesty, please take a seat. Today is the big day of the Queen Mother's birthday banquet, so why are all of you standing? Please take a seat. Minister Yi, if you don't mind, what do you think about sharing a table with me? I've sat down, but why does the atmosphere feel a little strange? Smells good. Is this smell coming from that foolish emperor? He's clearly a guy, yet he's prettier than girls. If he dresses as a girl, why Minister Yi looking at me like this? Could he seen through? No, what am I thinking? Lord Yi, please have a drink. Thank you, Your Majesty. I haven't turned gay, have I? The Earl of Xiangqian gifts Empress Dowager 20 deep sea pearls. May Empress Dowager enjoy eternal happiness. Every single one of them is just giving me worthless items to mess with us. This bunch of opportunists. They're taking me lightly just because I often stay together with the concubines. Yining of the Control Yuan gifts, a calligraphy and painting piece. Lord Yi, you actually gave me a calligraphy and painting piece that's worth just a couple of liangs of silver. Are you looking down on me? Empress Dowager, a gift may not be expensive, but can contain great meaning. Although, this piece of calligraphy and painting is expensive too. Outrageous. She's angry. Kill me if you're mad. Minister Yi is an honest and upright official. It would be asking too much of him to expect him to give an expensive gift. Why don't we take this birthday banquet as a chance to get Minister Yi, a poetry expert, to produce a poem to congratulate Queen Mother? Then I'll give you a chance. Go on. I'll restrain myself for the time being. Produce a poem? That I can do. I wonder what the poem Minister Yi produces will be like this time. After this, MC wrote a kingdom-shaking poem. Minister Yi, what's the name of this poem? The Hard Road. This mark of Winsushing won't do something weird to me again, will it? When did the Empress Dowager run off? All of you, leave. No one is allowed to enter without my order. I pay my respects to the immortal. Good job. It seems like there isn't much to this, Yining. This subordinate chose to pick a petty fight with him, but he chose to stand firm to his values and go head-to-head with me instead. Such a person is destined to live a short life. He dared to provoke the Ascension Sect Prefecture while he was merely an ordinary man. That little amount of threatening by you is nothing to him. Thus, he should be eliminated as soon as possible to prevent potential complications. Do I need you to remind me what to do? Don't forget that the sect already had mercy on you when we did not kill you on the spot after you caused the sect's grand plan to go awry and were banished from the Bai family. But you aren't wrong, either. I can give you a chance to redeem yourself. Help me kill Yining, and I'll ensure your return to the Bai family. I'll also help you leave the palace and regain your freedom. The Empress Dowager ran away midway again. Why is it so difficult to die? What's this smell? Barbecue? Your Highness, you cannot eat this. Your Highness's way of congratulation sure is unique. Is he the Prince Hun of the legends? Are you here to reprimand me too? That smells good. Can I try some too? You really are interesting. Here, you must have wine together with the barbecue. A friendship between men of virtue is as pure as water. I am extremely honored to get acquainted with your Highness. A friendship between men of virtue is as pure as water. I accept you as my friend. I didn't expect this Prince Hun to act so boldly and unrestrained without care for formalities. Seems like he's someone I'll be able to get along with. By the way, I must thank the Empress Dowager. If she hadn't held a birthday banquet, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to leave my residence and I would have missed the chance to get to know Brother Yi. It has already been so many years since the late emperor passed. With Brother Ji's ability, you shouldn't be facing any difficulty leaving your residence if you wish, right? Indeed. How many would still heed the emperor's command in today's world? But I can't. If even I, the uncle of the current emperor, do not care for the emperor's command, then what right would I have to expect others to care? Civilians may ignore the emperor's words, but I cannot, for I am Prince Hun. No one cares more about the law and honor of this country than I do. Sister was really right. Prince Hun definitely isn't crazy. Since Brother Ji has such lofty ambitions, why don't you assist the emperor? Instead, you're acting insane? You're going to have to ask the Empress Dowager about that. The Empress Dowager? She didn't leave a seat for me during today's banquet, did she? But whatever, I don't want to see her either. If it weren't for back then, Brother Ji, what's wrong? No, I can't implicate innocent people. Sorry, please excuse me for a moment. Brother G, the Empress Dowager did not leave a seat for me in this banquet either. So, in a way, you could say that we're in the same boat. I understand. After all, the Empress Dowager is from the Bai family and you offended the Jade Chamber. Even the virtuous Qi is unable to remove it completely? Thanks, I already feel much better. But this power can't be removed. Don't waste any more of your virtuous Qi. When I exposed that scandal, I was cursed by the immortal sex. My brother, the late emperor, passed an order that forbade me from leaving. I gave up all hope in myself. Although I do not know what exactly happened, inferring from what I've observed with Brother G and Wu Sansi, this former prince keeps acting weak in the face of the immortal sex but is extremely harsh towards his own. In a certain way, this little foolish emperor is stronger than his father. Bro Yi, do you know why I sent you the invitation and wanted to meet you? It's because after I heard of your achievements, I saw hope. What hope? You make me feel that an evil person like the Empress Dowager will eventually receive her punishment. The reason I work hard to survive every single day is to wait for the day that I wish for to arrive. I'll try my best. No one knows what will happen in the future, but at least you're moving forward. That is enough. Sister Pei, can you help remove the curse on Prince Hun? The ancient cursed poison binds with the victim's soul. Once one has been cursed, it's almost impossible to undo. Did anything dangerous occur during yesterday's banquet? She actually voluntarily showed concern for me, so she was actually talking to it? Rather, during the banquet, I felt like the Empress Dowager isn't someone to be afraid of and is just a clueless idiot. Of course she isn't anyone special, but the immortal sex backing her aren't to be trifled with. Greenie should stay with you since you still have to attend the small banquet at the Imperial Palace today. Why does Lord Kai look a little weird today? Rumors have it that it's because Lord Yi has gifted him a poem. I really hope that the Empress Dowager kills me so when I return as the Heavenly Emperor, I'll be able to remove the curse on Prince Hun. Forget it, I won't bring him along for the small banquet today. They left a seat for me this time. Why is the feeling the Empress Dowager giving me today a little different from yesterday? This killing intent. Is the Empress Dowager actually going to try and kill me this time? The #1 assassin candidate, little foolish emperor, and Brother Kai aren't here. And the people of the Control Yuan are also waiting outside the palace. This really is the golden opportunity to kill me. Go on and smile now. I guarantee that you won't be able to smile by the end of this banquet. Yining, never in your wildest dreams would you be able to guess who's controlling the Empress Dowager sitting in front of you right now. It won't be good if Yining starts arguing with the Empress Dowager during the small banquet today again, so please go along and make sure it doesn't happen. Greetings, Eunuch Lu. The bunch of you, aren't you helpers in the Imperial kitchen? The small banquet is today. What are you still wondering about? Respectfully, they said that the Empress Dowager's palace will prepare the banquet by themselves and do not require those from the Imperial kitchen. The Empress Dowager wishes to control the banquet? Be careful when you're carrying the dishes, don't be a slipshod. Why is Wang Dihai on duty today? Didn't he retire from the Imperial kitchen long time ago? Something is weird. It's not just him, all those on duty today are unfamiliar faces. What is the Empress Dowager trying to pull? Unauthorized person are not allowed to enter during the small banquet. You people do not recognize me? Eunuch Lu of the Imperial stables and the famed aide of His Majesty, who wouldn't recognize you? Good, I'm here today under His Majesty's orders to serve the lords inside. The Empress Dowager has declared that unauthorized person are not to enter. Don't you understand? I already said that I'm acting per His Majesty's orders. What do? What can we do? Quickly report this to Eunuch Wang. Since everyone has so painstakingly traveled all this way to attend my birthday banquet, I must see to it that none of your efforts are taken for granted. Empress Dowager, while drinking spiritual brew is a wonderful thing, but spiritual brew is extremely precious. It'd be too much of a waste for us to drink it. Wine is to be drunk after all. Besides, all of you with your respective status are worthy of drinking this wine. It's obvious that it's the big bad wolf visiting the old grandma, but oh well, I finally have chance to become the Heavenly Emperor. Here comes the immortal wine. A bunch of useless servants. Is simply smelling the scent of wine enough? Send another group of people in. Hold it. Aren't you Lu? Is something the matter? Something is definitely up. From the Empress Dowager employing Wang Demei to giving wine to the ministers. Something must be going on inside. If the Empress Dowager really intends to harm Lord Yi, I definitely can't just stand by idly. But if I speak up now, Wang Dihai won't be the only one I'll be offending. I've always been timid weakling. Ever since I was young, I never had friends and no one treated me like normal person, except Lord Yi. He has never looked down on me for being a eunuch. I can sense that he really treats me as a friend. But do I really have the right to be treated as such? That's right, I'm timid. I have always been this way. But even if I'm timid, I protect my friends in my own way. Eunuch Wang, have you ever tasted these wines before? What? Are you trying to imply that the wine from the Empress Dowager's palace contains poison? I'm just saying that you have to follow the rules and the protocols of the palace. Alright, talking about rules, are we? If you want to test it so badly, you can personally taste all of the wine here. All of these? By myself? Before it's tested, no one is to bring the wine in. I'm fine, continue. Send in the ones he has tested. Greenie isn't reacting. Could it be that the Empress Dowager did not lace the wine with poison? What's going on? This is such a disappointment. Is this spiritual brew not up to Lord Yi's standards? This is indeed good wine. It's just that my heart is laden with worries, so I'm unable to appreciate it. It is when one is troubled that one should drink them away. The only worry is that drinking will add fuel to the fire. Incredible line. As expected of the poetry expert, Kingdom Shaking Yi. With the backdrop of Her Majesty's birthday as well as the wonderful wine to accompany it, may I suggest that Lord Yi compose another poem? Compose a poem? Nothing seems to be inspiring me. Forget it. There's no inspiration? Looks like the spiritual brew really isn't up to par. Men, bring the 1,000-year 100 flowers brew here specially for Lord Yi. Understood. Go and bring the wine. Ancestor, I have brought the wine. Send it in. Hold up. Eunuch Lu, do you have any other orders? This wine, has it been tested? You're already in such a state, yet you still want to test it? As long as I'm alive, it must be tested. We've been working in the palace for many years, yet we rarely see anyone worthy of our admiration. Today, you have earned that title, you still have a bright future ahead of you. There isn't a need for you to do this. I want to test it. Men, Eunuch Lu has had too much to drink. Who dares lay their hand on me? You all know what this is, don't you? As long as I break it, it will notify all the divisions within the palace. His Majesty actually gave him that? Does His Majesty really value that Yining's life that much? Although it doesn't matter whether I live or die, but my family is innocent. Lu Jin, do you really want to test it? Yes. Alright, you can test it. Since you want to die, then go ahead. It's not too late to regret it now. Lord Yi, sorry. Perhaps, I will not live to see the day you change the Great Zhou. Why is this little thing acting up all of a sudden? Has it detected poison? But the 100-flower brew has not been sent in yet, has it? This wine is poisoned. This voice, Old Lu? Old Lu? Old Lu? What's wrong? Sorry Lord Yi. A jar of wine was just sent here. Eunuch Lu was testing it as per the rules, and ended up in this state. Old Lu, don't be afraid. I'll help you detoxify it right now. Lord Yi, it's already over for me. As long as you're fine. I'm just a side character. It doesn't matter whether I live or die. At least, dying like this will give more meaning to my life. Old Lu, you mustn't die. Dying is simple, but living is hard. You said that you wanted to witness the day we can enjoy peace and prosperity for yourself. Who was bold enough to try and poison someone within the palace? Let the Ministry of Punishments investigate who was bold enough to do such a thing. He's lucky to have managed to get away once again. I am tired. You may all leave. Who said you could leave? Until we get to the bottom of this incident, no one here today is allowed to leave. By that, do you mean that even I am not allowed to leave? Yi Ning, what are you trying to do? I don't want much. I just want to get justice for Lu Jin, regardless of who was responsible for it. I want them to die. Understood? By that, do you mean that even if I happen to be the perpetrator, you would want to kill me? Empress Dowager, was it your doing? So what if it was? Then you must die. Yi Ning, you're crazy. You are threatening the Empress Dowager over for a mere servant? He's actually offending the Empress Dowager for a servant? I sort of understand why you put your life on the line to save him. Perhaps, this is what it means for men to be willing to devote themselves to those who have a clear path in life. Unacceptable. Men, Yi Ning is rebelling. This is treason. Apprehend him. We are the secret espionage division. Who dares to lay their hands on Lord Yi? Activate the Imperial Guards to suppress the rebels. Hold it. Everyone back down now. Your Majesty, such a show of power. Someone is pointing their sword right at my nose, yet your Majesty is pretending not to see a thing. Mother, if you lived honestly, no one would treat you as if you were dumb. What did you say? Must I repeat what you have done? Men, bring the Empress Dowager into the palace. Without my order, no one is to take a single step past the palace gates. You dare arrest me? All of you will die eventually. Don't rejoice. You will all meet your doom very soon. She is not to leave as long as the situation has not been resolved. I understand your feelings, but now is not the right time. What's important is that Lu Jin isn't dead yet. Do you not want to save him? Your Majesty, I have already tried my best. Now all we can do is use medicine for slightly prolonging life at best. If you can't do it, bring someone else who can. No matter what, we can't let Lu Jin die. If anything really happens to Lu Jin, I wonder if he... Your Highness, the people of the Control Yuan have arrived. Let them in. Sister Pei, quick, come and take a look. I already know about it. Isn't she the disciple of the demonic clan? As expected, she is a beauty. In addition, it seems as if Yining especially trusts her. I, on the other hand, have never seen him show such a level of trust towards me. It's the 7 emotions powder. I recall that only Su Wan from the Jade Chamber possesses such a poison, and Su Wan is your enemy Fang Qingxue's master. Are you saying that the Jade Chamber is using the Empress Dowager to kill Minister Yi? Fang Qingxue hates me exceptionally much, so why is she leaving something like killing me to the Empress Dowager? What if the Empress Dowager has been Fang Qingxue's chess piece all along? No wonder the feeling that the Empress Dowager gave me this time is different from the last time. It is impossible to heal someone poisoned by the 7 emotions powder as long as they still have their 7 emotions and senses. It's a good thing that your virtuous qi has suppressed the poison. This pill can only prolong his life for 7 days. To completely remove the poison, we can only use the purest items on earth. One of those purest items is pure yang water. This means that there's still hope for old Lu. As far as I know, pure yang water is among the most yang-rich items that only the top immortal sects possess. Why would they help to save Lu Jin? There is an item similar to yang water with similar detoxification properties, although it is nowhere near as powerful as pure yang water. And such item is right here in the city's center. This item is none other than the water from the Dao spring in the sage's garden. I remember that saying. Legend has it that in ancient times, when some sages got parched after discussions, they found a spring not far from them. While the disciples dared to take the water from the spring, the sages chose to remain parched as the spring's name was Dao. By the way, the Dao in this case means steel, and not the Dao usually used in cultivation series. So, the later generations have a saying, not drink the water of the Dao spring, which means to remain steadfast to one's principles and to not engage in corrupt activities. After that, when the sages built the sage's garden, the Dao spring was naturally within the sage's garden. As time passed, those who were affected by the scholarly qi and gained intelligence became completely pure. So, to get the water of the Dao spring, I must enter the sage's garden? That's right. We should be able to save this eunuch Lu if His Majesty sanctions the opening of the sage's garden and allows Yining to retrieve its water. I had previously thought of allowing Yining to enter the sage's garden, but he refused. Alright, I'm willing to enter the sage's garden to retrieve the water of the Dao spring, but didn't you deny earlier? Old Lu ended up in such a state in order to save me. Regardless of how many excuses I may have, they won't be enough for me to avoid this current situation. Alright, then I shall start making the necessary preparations this instant. Wait a moment, Your Majesty. There's one more thing that needs to be done before I enter the sage's garden. That person isn't dead yet. As I said before, Your Majesty, I want to put the person who poisoned him to death. Yining, I can give you an explanation regarding this matter, but Empress Dowager can absolutely not die at your hands. That poisonous woman. Not only did she make me end up like this, but she also wanted to poison and kill Brother Yi. Brother Yi is the only hope of Great Zhou and my one and only friend. I just can't sit and watch that wretched woman ruin him like this. That poisonous woman. Letting her live in this world until this day is the biggest mistake I have made in my entire life. Ji Clan Ancestral Hall. Who is it? I'm Ji Chengdao. Ancestors of Ji Clan, I, the unworthy descendant Ji Qingdao, have come to pay my respects. Despite the Great Zhou dynasty continuing till this day, people's hearts have fallen into despair, and corrupted officials are running among in court. I am an unworthy descendant. I am extremely ashamed of not being capable enough to protect this country and its people and not being able to eradicate corruption and help govern the world. I've embarrassed the ancestors. Once I meet you all in the underworld, I will certainly kneel and apologize in person. But before that, I wish to do something meaningful but I can achieve only in this lifetime. Your Majesty, since I am not allowed to make a move, does that mean you intend to justify the act of destroying your own family for so-called righteousness? Give me some time. I will definitely give you an explanation. Your Majesty, there's trouble. Lord G. He went to the ancestral hall to request the Tai sword and is now leading people to storm into Empress Dowager's sleeping quarters. Imperial uncle? Could it be that he? All of you, quickly go to the Empress Dowager's sleeping quarters now. Empress Dowager's sleeping quarters. Prince Hun, do you realize the adversity the Great Zhou will have to go through as consequence of killing me? I only know that if I don't kill you today, the Great Zhou's fate will remain murkier. Prince Hun, if I die today, don't you think you will survive either? Why did you come here instead of protecting the ancestral hall? Prince Hun requested the Tai sword at the ancestral hall as the representative of the Ji clan. Brother Ji, what is the meaning of this? Little brother Ye, I am just doing what I was supposed to do a long time ago. Empress Dowager's death is not worth mourning. But brother G, why must you accompany her to the grave? Accompany her to the grave? Such a wretched woman is not worthy of my company at all. I just want to keep an eye on her. Even after we both end up in the underworld, I'll continue to keep an eye on her. Imperial uncle, why do you have such a deep hatred for her? What other hatred can he have? If that waste hadn't been sitting on the dragon's throne, I would have never even laid my eyes on him. So even after marrying him, I continued enjoying my life. Wretched woman, how dare you still have the face to speak? To think she would be promiscuous and engage in such things with the disciples of the immortal sect who came here to receive the imperial court's offerings and fornicate the harem. If I hadn't stumbled upon those matters, who knows how long this despicable woman would have deceived and concealed these things from us. So what if you stumbled upon it? You, yourself, were imprisoned by that useless person, weren't you? Look at you right now. How does the backlash for revealing that secret feel? Brother G, don't do anything stupid. The curse on his body has already taken effect. There is no way to save him now. Brother Yi, I'm tired. After all these years of agony, I can finally be free. This is the only thing that I can do for Great Zhou and you, Brother Yi. So I might as well let it all go and just do it. From now on, the royal family will no longer have any hindrances. I will be watching over you from the underworld as you lead the Great Zhou to its former glory. It was supposed to be a birthday celebration but ended up turning into a funeral. Although His Majesty ordered us to conceal the truth of the matter, he must also be having a hard time accepting what happened. The immortal sects need to be punished. If you despise those immortal sects, I have a little something here that might help you ease your anger a bit. What's that? It's Fang Qingxue. To be precise, it's a strand of her soul. So she was the one manipulating the Empress Dowager from the dark. I wasn't expecting to meet you again so soon. Don't worry. The future is illimitable. We will definitely meet each other very soon. As expected of a woman from the Jade Chamber, every word she says exudes such confidence. May I ask who you are? I don't recall having someone like you in the capital city. Don't bother wasting your effort. Even if you obtain information on me, you won't get the chance to bring it back to your main body. Don't be scared. I just want to send a present to your main body. Don't be conceited. When my true body arrives with the major immortal sects, you will have to pay the price. It seems like the immortal sects are already on their way here. Then you don't have much time to enter the sage's garden. Those immortal sects are really eager to see me dead. Although I really welcome them to come and kill me. But old Lu must still be saved. Our time is running out. So let's discuss the matter of entering the sage's garden now. What? My spirit disappeared? What's going on? How can there be someone in Great Zhou having the ability to harm my soul? My face, why does it feel so painful? Senior sister, are you okay? What happened? What are you scared of? Senior sister, why your face? My face? Elder Yining must have used magic to harm me. Please, I beg you to save me. What are you panicking for? Isn't it just a curse? As expected of the elder, it feels so cool and comfortable. How is it? Am I better now? No, it seems to have gotten worse. Come here. I'll use our sect's secret technique to remove the curse. Thank you, elder. Turn around first and don't interfere while I perform the secret technique. Elder, am I better now? This curse a bit tricky. You should wear this till we find the solution. Lord Yi, we are about to enter the sage's garden now. This trip might be a little dangerous. It is normal for someone to be concerned about this, Brother Yi. Gosh, why does this kid seem to look bit abnormal? I never thought there would be a day when I would have the opportunity to enter the sage's garden. It's all possible due to your reputation, Brother Yi. If the sage's garden hadn't been sealed by the immortal sex, with Brother Kai's talent, it would have been a piece of cake. Even if it was not sealed, not anyone could enter the sage's garden. Throughout history, only those whose talent and morals have reached perfection have had the qualification to enter. Is the threshold really that high? Even if the requirements for entering the sage's garden were high, the two of you could easily meet them. Your Majesty, we should have waited until you recuperated, but things suddenly became more urgent. Don't worry, I am good now. Instead of dwelling on the past, it's better to focus on the future. The most important thing at hand is to send you into the sage's garden. The entrance to the sage's garden doesn't naturally exist in this world and requires the consumption of national resources to create. And when the immortal sect sealed it, they also set many traps inside, making the sage garden even more dangerous and abnormal. Be careful. The two of you, if you think it's impossible, do not force yourself. What's going on today? Why are you giving me that kind of look? What are you doing? You are making it more obvious by doing that. I will open the entrance to the sage's garden now. Sage's garden, open. After that, MC went into the sage's garden. What is this place? This place is just as the saying goes, Sea of Learning has no bounds. This must be the Sea of Learning. It is said that the water in the Sea of Learning is all liquefied scholarly chi. If the predecessor who created Sea of Learning were still here, I'm afraid the immortal sects would not dare to be so rampant. It's a pity, but because of the decline of Confucianism and Taoism, we will never truly know their true strength. Did you notice the small boat doesn't seem to be moving? Yes, I heard that there are no waves in the Sea of Learning, and one must use scholarly chi to propel the boat forward. It really started moving. It did move, but at this speed. Forget it. Let me try. We have arrived. Brother Yi, are you really a human? This is great. I never thought there would be a day when I could set foot on this sacred land. It's going to be very difficult. I can feel the presence of a powerful chi all over the place. Apart from retrieving the spring of life, we must be careful not to do anything unnecessary. It really is the great scholar who wrote the legendary 13 Articles of Wenro, Master Wenro. Brother Yi, I think I know where we are now. This is the place of inheritance. This place holds the legacy of the past sages of both Confucianism and Taoism. As long as one can gain their spirit's recognition, they can obtain their legacy. Brother Yi, if you release your own aura, you may be able to receive the inheritance of predecessors. It turns out that this place is really dangerous. Greetings to the esteemed predecessors. I, Kai Shangao, a disciple of the Confucian school, have come to pay my respects. So be it, it will be you then. I did it. I gained the approval of the sages. I received the inheritance of Master Shizhu, but Brother Ye, you are 100 times stronger than me. Why don't you try it out and see which great scholar's favor you can win? Little Kai is outstanding. Yet, he barely obtained an inheritance. It seems that these sages are quite picky. Anyway, since I am already here, why don't I give it a try? What is this creepy feeling? Brother Yi, hurry up. If it's you, you would definitely earn the recognition of a more capable and greater scholar. Forget it. Although there are many inheritances here, they are not my path to take. As for me, I have my own path to follow. There is no need for me to need anyone. Alright, let's leave quickly. We shouldn't stay here for too long. What a proud and arrogant young man. Who was the last person to have such pride and arrogance? There has been no precedent. Throughout the ages, no one has been able to obtain recognition of all the stone tablets, let alone refuse the inheritance. He is the first person to achieve this since the founding of the school of Confucianism. In that case, it's possible that he may not even need inheritance from both of us. The power of sages is truly unimaginable. Seeing it in person is 100 times better than just hearing about it. Brother Yi, this is the sage's masterpiece. Brother Yi, there are a total of 33,300 steps on the book mountain. From the moment you step on the stairs, you will be tested. And if you can't pass the test, you will be kicked down from the mountain and lose your qualification. If the book mountain recognizes you, you may take 1,000 steps in one go. But if you barely pass the test, you may only take one step after waking up from the test. Brother Kai, don't underestimate yourself. I believe in you. Do you think he will be able to reach the top of the mountain? If he can't do it, then I'm afraid no one in the current Confucian and Taoism can climb up to the top. Isn't it because of your stubbornness that our Confucianism and Taoism have fallen into such a state, Brother Chang? I'm stubborn because I'm right. It's you, Brother Wang, who took the wrong path and still argues with me. The decline of Confucianism and Taoism also related to you. Do you think this person can distinguish who is right or wrong between the two of us? It's impossible. Neither you nor I are easily swayed. The ideological dispute has troubled us for countless years. How can such a young person solve our obsession? The first test for this young man is actually about power and ambition. Your Majesty, long live your Majesty. As the Son of Heaven, can I really command those under heaven as an emperor? Look, he is really immersed in it. Even in my younger days, I had to spend several days before leaving it. Your Majesty has issued a new law. If he breaks the law, even the emperor will be punished like the commoners. I am a prince. You can't arrest me. I want to see the emperor. Your Majesty, I am your blood-related uncle. What is he doing? Is he trying to kill the royal family and destroy the foundation? Perhaps he is courting death. Your Majesty has issued a decree to increase the commercial tax rate. Your Majesty, please spare us poor commoners. We really can't afford to pay for it. Your Majesty has issued a decree that children from ordinary households can attend the schools for free. Your Majesty has issued an edict to reform the imperial examinations. Your Majesty has issued a decree to establish an Academy of Sciences. Tyrant, he wants us to die. Massacring the royal family, persecuting the aristocrats, destroying the imperial examinations. The crimes are too numerous to list. Is he trying to find a new way of governing the country? You're right. We only see one side of the ruling class, but we overlook the voices of the common people, who were the ones that benefited the most from his changed policies. I have been troubled by a question. What would the world become if his policies could last for 10 years, 100 years, or even longer? If everyone could behave like a dragon, it would be an unprecedented era of prosperity. Unfortunately, although the idea was good, he underestimated the power of the aristocratic and merchant factions he had previously dealt with, including those immortal cultivators who were angered by him. Your Majesty, please, you should not act so stubborn anymore. The whole world is acting against you. The whole world? That's just the world from your perspective. In my eyes, the elites and nobility are not the only people in the world. He actually chose to end it this way. What a pity. He is so young, yet he knows how to choose the path he wants to take with such determination. If he is given more time, this path might become right. Perhaps he can really create the world that the sages have envisioned in their fantasies. I've made up my mind. If he can reach the peak, I will impart all my knowledge to him. Old man, you are not qualified. He should accept my inheritance instead. Have I come out of the illusion? What a realistic illusion. When I was inside, I completely forgot about the things in reality. Well, it seems that even in the illusion, I didn't forget to act recklessly. I wonder how many steps I have taken with this one step. 16,650 steps. This kid is simply a monster. Even I in my prime only managed to climb over 2,000 steps in one go. I'm better than you. I managed to climb over 3,000 steps in one go. Okay, let's continue. What is this thing? My lord, please drink it while it's hot. Comfortable. Not bad. This newly wedded concubine is sensible. But why do I always have a sense of emptiness and a desire to die in my heart? But if I had to choose a way to die, then come, follow me inside. But my lord, it's still daytime. It doesn't matter. It seems that he also has a weakness. This level won't be easy to pass. He has fallen for it. 5 days later. My lord, I can't bear it anymore. How about you take another wife? Sure, why not? Does he ever get tired? Though I am not worried that he will fail, the time it takes to climb to the top of the mountain will increase. Oh, another one again? But this time, it seems to be his legal wife. Although I have never met my lady before, but in the future, you and I will be. What kind of evil spirit are you? Husband, what did you say? No, nothing, I'm okay. This lady is gorgeous and obviously belongs to noble background, but why do I have a sense of instinctive rejection in my heart? Husband, what's wrong with you? Are you not feeling well? Could it be that I have done something wrong and made my husband angry? No, it's not your fault. It's me who is in the fault. It's definitely me who has a problem. What happened to him? I don't think this manhwa have a in gender bender genre. 7 days later, MC is now completely detached from worldly desire. What's wrong with you, my lord? I'm fine. I just want to be alone in silence. How could you be fine? You haven't even contacted me for several days now. It's only been a few days. Could it be that, in your eyes, I am just a person who does nothing productive and only knows to do those kinds of inappropriate things? She silently agreed. Don't you think she is a bit abnormal? You mean the lady? She's pretty good. A well-bred young lady, knowledgeable and rational, with a beautiful appearance and a good personality. Don't you think she looks more like a man? A man? My lord, have you gone crazy? Maybe it's my retribution, because nowadays every time I want to be intimate with you, her face always comes to my mind. Maybe I have already seen through this mundane world. It's over again? Come to think of it, in the illusion just now, I actually mistook Sister Pei as someone else, and then, even Xiao Qianqian couldn't escape my clutches. Not to mention the foolish emperor. What the hell did I saw? Who was the pervert that came up with this test and even included a man in it? Luckily, my mind is strong. Otherwise, I would have been scared for my whole life. Did he pass the test just like that? Isn't this approach a bit too childish? Never mind, he has already succeeded, regardless. However, why did the sages not directly bestow the rewards on him? Perhaps it's because they wanted to see his next performance. Did I already make it to the mountain peak? Brother Yi, I can't believe you've already made it to the top. You even completely crushed the tests on the book mountain. At first, I was in the illusion, but then the illusion somehow suddenly disappeared. It must have been because of you, Brother Yi. The illusion must have collapsed because you are so outstanding. Actually, I don't know what happened either, but we don't have much time left. We must find the spring of life as soon as possible. Imperial Palace. It's been 3 days already. I don't know how Minister Yi and Minister Kai are doing. What is that noise? You guys, look quickly. So many flying boats. It's the Immortals. Is this the capital city? I had only heard about it, but now that I have witnessed it personally, I can say it truly lives up to its reputation. It's nothing but dried bones in the burial mound. What's there to be mesmerized about? Sorry, we failed to realize your presence, junior sister from Jade Chamber. Are all the people from Jade Chamber so aloof? Not really. It seems to be just her. Yi Ning, I will definitely make you pay the price thousandfold. It's so simple and elegant. No wonder this is a place of Confucian scholars. Brother Yi, look there. If my guess is correct, this must have been left behind by the sages. If this could be deciphered. No, I'm not good at this kind of thing. Forget it. It's an overused, cliché plot of martial arts novels where the protagonist obtains legacy after deciphering it. There is no way I am gonna touch it. Brother Yi, look over there quickly. This must be the spring of life. The water is crystal clear and cold. As expected, it's really good. Sister Pei told me this small bottle can hold a lot, but I don't know if it's true. Oh no, I thought it would suck up all the water. It seems that I was falsely overthinking. Mission accomplished. We should go back now. What's going on? I don't know either. Earlier, His Majesty said that as long as we pass the test of the Book Mountain, we can leave the Sage's Garden whenever as we wish. That little young and incompetent ruler is indeed unreliable. Not only he repeatedly sabotaged my plans to die, but also those nightmares. Brother Yi, come and look at this. It was this sword that caused the downfall of Confucian and Taoist schools, wasn't it? The decline of Confucianism and Taoism may appear to be the work of the immortal sects. However, it actually began long ago, way before the establishment of the Great Zhou dynasty. Otherwise, the immortal sects would have had no chance of succeeding. Brother Yi, come with me. If I remember correctly, there should be a special place on the Book Mountain. What is this place? This is the resting place of the sages. Where is that thief He Ning? Minister Yi has important matters to attend to, as such he cannot meet anyone. I have prepared a feast in the palace. If there is any matter, we can discuss it after finishing the meal. Your Majesty, you know it very well that we haven't traveled such a long distance to have a meal. Yi Ning must die today. Your Majesty, what will you do? Sister Pei, what do you think? Those immortal sects are really good at scheming. Scheming? What did they scheme? They could have gotten rid of Yi Ning before he gained fame. So why did they let Yi Ning rise step by step to his current position and become the hope of Great Zhou? It because destroying their hope in front of the whole world is the scene that the immortal sects want to see the most. If Yi Ning dies, the hard-won public support will also collapse. Moreover, the Great Zhou may also. I have a question. What makes you think you have the right to demand someone's presence from me? Your Majesty, please be careful with your words. What right, you say? Isn't him offending the immortal sects enough? Your Majesty, some words cannot be spoken casually. She is right. Your Majesty, I agree with you. The Great Zhou has its own laws. What is the ground for the immortal sects to convict someone? Why did he suddenly change his attitude? He usually doesn't act like this. That's right. The immortal sects accusation is baseless. If our imperial court agrees to it, it will be a disgrace to our country. The immortal sects have gone too far deceiving people. What's up with these colleagues? It must have been really tough for them to endure for so long. In the end, their emotions started to explode. No matter how clever the immortal sects may be at scheming, they probably did not anticipate the changes Yi Ning brought into people's hearts. The resting place of the sages, is this the special place you were talking about? Yes, that's right. Because this is the true root cause of the decline of Confucianism and Taoism. These are the chains of taboos that imprison thoughts, and the emergence of these chains is also due to the two opposing ideologies that once prevailed in Confucianism and Taoism, both of which were revered. The disciples of the scholars' sect only knew how to oppose and compete with each other without considering unity. Over time, it eventually led to the decline of Confucianism and Taoism, resulting in their current state. Brother Wang, if you had not taken the wrong path, how could Confucianism and Taoism have ended up like this? How can you say that I am the one who did wrong, Brother Chang? Isn't it because you never accepted others' opinions? You are the real cause of the decline of Confucianism and Taoism. It's definitely you. I'm not wrong. You are the only who's wrong. The two ideologies you just mentioned. What are they? Brother Yi, please take a look. Each of the stone tablets here has the records of the insights of a sage. These two stone tablets are from two lesser sages, Master Chang and Master Wang. Stone tablets without inscriptions? That's right. These two individuals lived in the same era, and each one was a leading figure in his own way. But Master Chang emphasized the importance of ritual and law, while Master Wang advocated for benevolence and forgiveness. The two ideologies were in extreme conflict, yet each of them achieved great success in their own way. As a result, the scholars who supported them were also divided into two factions, and that's how the decline of both Confucianism and Taoism began. Moreover, since they could not determine who was superior, even after passing away, the two lesser sages refused to leave their names on the stone tablets. The sage who emphasized rituals and laws, did he specifically refer to matters such as the relationships between ruler and subjects, father and sons? Yes, Brother Yi. Master Chang believed that everything in the world should follow its natural laws. The law is something that should never be violated. If one does not follow the laws, they are not fit to exist in this world. Sure enough, if all he advocated for was a set of beliefs that sought to preserve the natural order and eliminate human desires, was it really appropriate to regard him as a lesser sage? Brother Yi, be careful with your words. Brother Chang, don't lose your composure. This ignorant kid, even this child doesn't approve of you, you see? What was the basis of hierarchy of ruler and subject, husband and wife, father and son? On what grounds did he insist that if a ruler demands the death of his subject, the subject must die? You say, if a monarch is tyrannical and oppressive, such a monarch is worth pledging eternal loyalty? Of course not. If a father abuses his child in every possible way and treats them like livestock, does he still have the right to be called a father? So, what you are saying is, the reason why people are humans is that they have human nature and human rights. Therefore, specific situations should be handled on a case-by-case basis, rather than suppressing human nature at its roots like Master Chang did. What Brother Yi said truly inspiring and admirable. But then, Master Wang believed that everything in the world should be influenced by benevolence and righteousness. What do you think of that? Since Mr. Wang preached about persuading all creatures on this earth with virtue, what will he do if the one he meets is the greatest of all evil? I think he would still persuade them with virtue. While it's good to try to understand all creatures and things and be willing to forgive, blindly believing that everyone can be persuaded enough to show that he is pathetic. What did he say? Brother Yi, you bashed Master Chang and Mr. Wang to the ground. Aren't you going a little overboard? Brother Kai, if this were the real world and you were to discuss virtue with the immortal sex, or the 6 states, would they be persuaded? Probably not. If you try to discuss virtue with the outsiders who killed my compatriots, will my compatriots come back to life? Virtue has always been something one has to cultivate by themselves. It's not something to be pushed onto others. So what does Brother Yi feel that my generation of scholars should do? Knowledge and action are one. Knowledge and action are one. Although it's just 5 words, why does every word seem to be so deep? Brother Chang, it's as like I'd been enlightened to a path we've never once thought of before. The atmosphere in the Great Zhou has changed. Could it be a result of my earlier actions? Brother Yi, what exactly does knowledge and action are one mean? It feels as if I have a vague understanding of it, but I'm unable to understand the deeper meaning that it possesses. If I don't explain it clearly now, it just caused the surrounding atmosphere to change again. I may not be afraid of death, but it wouldn't be good to implicate Brother Kai as a result. Simply put, knowledge and action are one, means that one should walk the talk. But how should one talk, take action, and prove whether it's right or wrong? Actually, talking isn't important. Rather, what's key is to take action. As long as one takes action, they will definitely be able to prove whether something is right or wrong. As a great man once said, practice is the sole criterion of truth. Practice is the sole criterion of truth. I think I got it. Some scholars treat studying as their sole purpose in life, failing to understand that knowledge is just a tool for one to fulfill their dreams. If one simply talks about their dreams but does not take action, the meaning of studying is lost. The reason Master Chang and Mr. Wang are lesser sages because they possess moral integrity and otherworldly talent. However, their way of thinking has been proven to be full of holes when implemented. So even sages make mistakes. It's just a shame that they've always been stubbornly focused on themselves and have been unable to find their way out of the mist. Has all of our time spent debating truly been meaningless? Dreams. Studying is just a means of fulfilling one's dreams? Brother Kai, why do you study? To show my loyalty and serve the country? No, that is too vague. Did I really study for so many years just for that shallow statement? Back then, my life dream was to carry forward the sage's Tao. I've gotten used to the sights of commoners wandering homeless, and the ugliness of human nature. My greatest wish is for people to learn to love. Right now, I really want to know why this lad decided to study. Brother Yi, what about you? Why do you study? For me, it's to ordain conscience for heaven and earth, secure life and fortune for the people, carry on ancient sages' lost teachings, and build a peaceful world for all future generations. What's going on? Aren't those the 4 sentences I just recited? Why did they appear on the wordless stela? Just what is going on? Why has the wordless stela become like this? I don't know either. Brother Yi, could it be that these 2 lesser sages agreed with your words? No way, haven't they ceased to exist? How could they still agree with me? The familiar feeling of getting betrayed is back. Am I going to be forced to become stronger again? Purple chi is appearing from the east. This is the sign indicating the birth of a sage. Brother Yi, the words you just spoke were actually the words of a sage, and have received the approval of the will of the sage. I just knew it wasn't good. Go away, leave me alone. Confucian scholar. Brother Yi, you actually broke the seal on Confucianism and Taoism and broke through to become a Confucian scholar. All thanks to him. Brother Wang, after arguing for all these years. It's about time for the chains which have shackled Confucianists for a millennium to be severed. I can't control my body? Brother Yi wants to sever the shackles and save Confucianism and Taoism. Thanks to Yining, this may just be the time when the Great Zhou welcomes new changes. The immortal sex bullying is too absurd. There is no need for our generations of scholars to put up with it any longer. Screw off and return to the mountains where you came from. That's right, screw off. The control Yuan will protect the Great Zhou with our lives. Protect Great Zhou with our lives. Do you see, this is the choice of our Great Zhou? Alright, all of you better not regret it. Looks like your majesty has been hiding a lot and has managed to fool everyone for a long time. But why didn't you continue hiding? Do you really think the power you have gathered thus far is sufficient to deal with us? It's because the person whom I have been waiting for has appeared. It's a shame you're too anxious. If it weren't for Yining, perhaps the Great Zhou would still be able to struggle for a while longer. My fellow immortal sex, we must take his life today. Kill anyone who obstructs. Show no mercy, then it's a war. Fight for Great Zhou. Attack. Quickly, evacuate the commoners to safety inside the palace. His Majesty really is forbearing. He actually rebuilt the Dragon Guards and the mythical battalion. It's a shame that it's futile. Let's get back at Yining for killing one of us. The 4 ascended immortals, they're here too? Cultivation levels are divided into Qi refinement, foundation building, immortal, heaven's mandate, heavenly questions, Tianshu, and lastly true immortal. All 4 of them are in the Tianshu realm. Your Majesty, us 4 immortals do not wish to bully the weak either. Your Majesty, a variable has appeared. We should not make unnecessary sacrifices. Let's retreat first. If your Majesty wishes to leave, I won't stop you, but as for the rest, don't even think about it. You all have to die. Immortals, please calm down. It's me. I'm one of you. All of you, leave. Don't bother about me. They will not dare to lay hand on me. Your Majesty, I already given you many chances. You're the one that decided not to leave. You 4 ascended immortals, you are going too far. A Tianshu priest? I didn't expect the Emperor to be hiding such a heavyweight by his side. Your Majesty, return with the rest. I'll keep them occupied. Everyone, retreat to the city. Do you really think that you alone will be able to defeat the 4 of us? You will definitely meet your end today. I may not be able to defeat all of you, but I can bring all of you down together with me. Crap, retreat. Oh no, we fell for it. Quickly help her. Do you really think that this immortal array will be able to protect all of you? Today, I shall forcefully break your city protecting array. What? You want to break the array? How is that possible? It has been eons since the great ancestors of the Great Zhou set up this grand array. Still, no one has ever been able to break it. The great ancestors of the Great Zhou are no longer around, and the array has already weakened. We may not have been able to break it in the past, but it does not mean we cannot do it now. Crap, they are really trying to break the array. Looks like they are getting ready to slowly depleting the Grand Array's energy. If no one within the city is able to fortify the Grand Array's energy, it'll only be a matter of time before the Grand Array is broken. Yining, please come out. I think we don't have much time left. This sword, isn't it too strong? Brother Yi, look up. It's the One True Star. Confucianism and Taoism have revived. The 1,000-year seal on Confucianists has finally been broken today. Impossible. Brother, do you feel it too? Who is it? They were actually able to break the seal stifling Confucianism and Taoism. Heavenly Demands Ruler. You actually obtained the approval of the Heavenly Demands Ruler. Then, as of today, you are the owner of the Sage's Garden and the master of all scholars. You are? They are the lesser sages, Master Chang and Mr. Wang. Yining, compared to you, the 2 of us have brought disgrace to the title of a lesser sage. We'll leave the future of Confucianism and Taoism in your hands. I don't deserve it. Little Yi, there's no need to decline. The 2 of us are just 2 lingering souls. It's just that we still need to pass some things on to you. Great, so you've already obtained the mark of the Wenchu star. That will save us a lot of time. Wait, my clothes. With the Sage's Star Robe, from today onwards, you will receive protection from the sages and will be protected from all evils. Did I just become stronger? Please take this with you as well. It may come in handy. No, thank you really. What the hell? There's really no need for the both of you to be so kind to me. We can finally be at ease. Little Yi, the road you walk is far greater than ours. I hope that one day, you will be able to fulfill your own noble ambitions. We will be entrusting the Scholars Sect to you. Please stop, listen. listen to me, wait, don't go. As expected of the lesser sages, they're so free-spirited, leaving one with a sense of yearning. Thanks to you two bastards, I got even stronger. I can clearly feel that I am much stronger than before. I don't know if the immortal sex will be able to hold out. Your Majesty, let us fight. It's useless. You'll just be walking right to your death if you go out and add to the number of pointless sacrifices. You bunch of nobodies, you're just struggling pointlessly to escape your certain death. Watch closely. All of you are the only ones fighting. Where's Yi Ning, the mastermind behind all this? Why are all of you still trying to resist? Is it really worth it, doing all this for a coward? You wicked lady, shut up. Put more strength into it. Today, even if we must use up all the medicinal pills, we must force open the Great Array. It seems like the Grand Array can't hold on for much longer. Everyone, prepare to fight to the death. Everyone break the array. All members of the Immortal Tao, kill everyone. What is that? Virtuous Qi? Such strong virtuous Qi. It's the one true star. I can feel the scholarly Qi within me calling. I can feel the Confucianism and Taoism chains within me being unshackled. My goodness, Confucianism and Taoism have revived. The chains have been undone. Confucianism and Taoism have revived. It's him. It's definitely him. He is back. No wonder I felt the aura of Confucianism and Taoism just now. Looks like there are Confucianism and Taoism rats who managed to scamper off coming to try and die. It's a shame, no matter what era we're in, Confucianism and Taoism cannot save all of you. I'll kill all of you. Those that must be exterminated will be exterminated. Why don't you give a try? Who are you? Something isn't right. The aura he's exuding is making me feel uneasy. The chief officer is back. It's Lord Yi. Lord Yi is here. He didn't abandon us. We are finally safe. You are Yi Ning? The atmosphere surrounding him is quite frightening. It's a shame, wanting to protect this entire city all alone is just a wishful thinking. This is bad. Hurry, go and help Minister Yi. There is no need to help him. But, you guys, look at this. Dai Yi Ning. What is that treasure of yours? It actually reflected the damage from the attacks by all four of us? Trash. So much for having even a shred of expectation from all of you. You're just relying on the treasure to act strong. Even if you're able to protect yourself, will you be able to protect others? How shameless. Confucian scholar. He's actually a Confucian scholar. No, this dense virtuous Qi. He isn't an ordinary Confucian scholar. But weren't Confucianism and Taoism only just unsealed? How can such a monster be produced in such a short period? The only possibility is that you're the one who broke the chains on Confucianism and Taoism. No wonder he vanished for a while. He went to the sage's garden. Leaving an enemy be is just asking for trouble. Quickly pass the word to the sects to send reinforcements. With just us alone, we probably can't defeat him anymore. All members of the immortal sects retreat first and wait for reinforcements. Brother, let's retreat too. Yes, just you wait. We'll be back to settle this with you. Just what do you treat this place as? Coming and leaving as you wish? You really think that you alone can stop us from leaving? A sword polished for 10 years, a Confucian and Taoism battle poem? A glistening blade yet to be used. Brother, run fast. Now, what happening? I can't move my body. I will bear the sword today. My sword is moving? Are they reacting to poem? So air all grievances. Yi Ning, do you really dare to kill us? Who doesn't? I'm still an elder of the Ascension sect, after all. If you kill us, they will hunt you until your last breath. There aren't any grudges between us. Why don't you just let it go? There aren't any grudges? Then who will seek justice for all those who died by your hands? It's just a few civilians. Shut up. Let's split up. All of you shall stay. You dare? Look quickly. Are the head priests of the 13 immortal sects working together to fight? Why have the head priests of the immortal sects come out to kill a single person? The physical bodies of those old monsters aren't here. Perhaps they transformed because they felt an aura capable of being a threat to the immortal sects. Do you mean the resurgence of Confucianism and Taoism? What do we do now that the great array that protects the city has been broken? If only there was someone who could be the host of the array and rebuild the immortal obstruction array. However, as per the current situation, there's only one ending. You can only run. Even if your majesty has the protection of the empire's destiny, once the capital is destroyed, your majesty won't be able to evade death either. Why don't you run as far as possible while you still can? I won't run. Your majesty, you are the future of the Great Zhou. You cannot die. No, if the capital is destroyed, the Great Zhou will cease to exist too. If we're unable to protect the lives of the people, what right do we have to think about the future of the Great Zhou? Well said, Your Majesty. This old subject shall perish with the Great Zhou too. We fight for the country and died with the country. Cousin, you bear no connection to the Great Zhou. You should leave now. Why do you think he doesn't seem to look very anxious? No, rather, it seems as if he has a plan. So bothersome, I kill 4 and another 13 appear. There are still billions of lives in this city. I can't just watch you destroy them. So, could it be? Yi Ning became the host of the array. You guys are the ones who should be destroyed. He's actually the capital array's host? Just what else is this devil hiding from the world? Wonderful, Lord Yi is the array host. Lord Yi can definitely restore the great array and protect us. I didn't expect you to be the host of the array. Looks like we must kill you at all costs. Not only must you die, but this entire city must also pay for the deaths of all the fallen disciples of the immortal sect. The Tao of the immortal sects is the law of the world, and you're disobeying the heavens. Today, we'll make this city vanish from the world. Egomaniac idiot, do you really think that the city will be destroyed just because the grand array is broken? And do you really think that the Great Zhou will die out along with the city if it's destroyed? The Grand Array will remain as long as the city exists. As long as the million people of this city remain, the Grand Array will never cease to exist. And this is what all of you have despised all this time. The power of the ordinary people. A mere insect dares to challenge the heavens? What? All you guys can think is you're the heavens, but do you know, a man's will triumphs the heavens. Fellow disciples, go all out and kill this guy. Idiots, how can this be? You actually can hurt us. It's raining? Those bastards who call themselves heaven have been thrashed so badly by Brother Yi that they're crying. Lord Yi has won. Lord Yi has fought off the immortal sects. Minister Yi is indeed always full of surprises. Who knew that in a mere few days, he would become this strong? He is indeed very strong, but this strength is only temporary. He's only so strong because he temporarily channeled the power of the immortal obstruction array into himself. The strength he now possesses comes from this city. If he leaves the city, he will no longer be as strong as before. Although this power seems to be slightly different from the power of the immortal obstruction array, which is the thing I fail to understand, because the grand array just now wasn't the immortal obstruction array, but rather a mortal array formed from the condensed power of humans. A grand array formed by condensing the power of humans together. Lord Yi, I knew that you would be able to do it. Minister Yi, if it weren't for you, I'm afraid something unthinkable would have happened to the Great Zhou. Your Majesty, you are giving me too much credit. This is my duty. The Grand Array is back. Lord Yi has restored the Grand Array. The strength of every citizen of the Great Zhou will help strengthen the Grand Array. Rather than just being protected by the Grand Array, we, too, must learn how to protect others. From today onwards, the Sage's Garden will be open to scholars. All eligible people may enter the Sage's Garden to cultivate. It's the head priest's voice. Could an accident have occurred while he was in seclusion? Head priest, what happened? Yi Ning. I don't think I've heard of such a name before. Could it be a new villain that has suddenly rise through the ranks from the fiendish sect? It's normal for you two to be unaware of him. After all, previously, the head priests of the other 13 sects and I. Do you mean the head priests of the other 13 sects are injured just like you? We had originally thought that he was just a mere insignificant insect, and we never even considered that we would burn ourselves while playing with fire. Yi Ning cannot be left alive any longer. We must kill him as soon as possible. Old Lu, how do you feel? Your Majesty, Lord Yi, I thought I'd never see you guys again. He already has sufficient strength to protect himself. Perhaps it's time for me to leave too. Aren't those people from the immortal sects? The day when they are made to pay for their actions has finally arrived. I heard that when this person was caught, she didn't resist at all. She didn't get frightened to death when she witnessed Lord Ye's prowess, did she? Who are you? Do I know you? You really have a terrible memory. This voice, Fong Qingxue, quit acting all mysterious. Remove her mask. What the hell? Are you satisfied? Why have you become like that? Wasn't it all thanks to you? From the beginning, you were the one who started everything. What does it have to do with me? Yi Ning, you dare to do, but you don't dare to admit? Because the one who cast the curse wasn't him, it was me. It's really not bad. Looking at this, it seems that my curse techniques have improved once again. It was you. Getting mad will make you even uglier. I don't even know you at all. Why did you do this to me? When the immortal sects massacred the fiendish sect, did you people know who you were killing? Did you ever think of that this way? The fiendish sect. So it's the enchantress of the fiendish sect. Well, at least I know the reason for my death. Yi Ning, make it a quick one. I know all of you hate me, but before I die, could you help me lift the curse? In the past, I had heard that saying that heads may roll, but the hair must remain neat. I never thought I'd see a living example of that today, but I feel like it makes a lot of sense. Don't worry, I won't let Yi Ning kill you. Of course, I won't help you lift the curse either. Yi Ning, how about we make a trade? A trade? Give her to me, and I'll give you 4 treasures. 1 for 4. I'll need to see which 4 treasures they are first. You guys are such big bullies. Although people say that having an elderly in your family is like having a treasure, you didn't have to actually give me 4 elderly people, did you? Are they the 4 elders of the heavenly burning valley? That's right, they were the ones who plotted to lure me into the city in the very beginning. During that battle, the 12 Buddhist Dharma protectors died fighting to save me. If I hadn't been taken in by you, perhaps I may already have been. I had to repay the favor since they dared to plot against me. These 4 old hags have already had their souls removed and have become my puppets. What do you think? These 4 for 1, isn't it worth it? These 4 were asking to get revenge, exacted on them when they plotted to hurt you. But for these 4 to be made into figurines, puppets, even after dying at this age, is this really okay? Believe me, all the things I've done are nothing compared to you cutting the palms of the 13 head priests. Currently, you're the biggest villain to the immortal sects. I could only be in second place at best. If you put it this way, it's perfectly fine. But with my current strength, I do not need the protection of these 4. No. After being made into puppets, their cultivation has fallen from the Tianshu realm to the Heaven's Mandate realm. They're definitely inept as bodyguards, but there's another use for them. This is the heavenly fire, which was cultivated from the lost art of the heavenly burning valley, 3 Young Dharma. If the martial artists in the Control Yuan would like to cultivate, what better way could there be than using fire to train one's will? Even I have heard of it. While the heavenly burning valley not be very well known, they definitely aren't an insignificant sect. Considering Sister Pei's personality, why is she putting so much effort into helping the Control Yuan? This kindness, perhaps. Sister Pei, I don't deserve the help that you're offering. If you feel like you don't deserve it, why don't you promise me something in return? If I need help in the future, you must bring this miniature pagoda to help me. I remember Mr. Wang forcing this thing onto me. Sister Pei, if you like it, I'll give it to you. You must know that this thing is an extraordinary treasure. Its value greatly exceeds that of the 4 flames. I don't look at value when I give gifts. Sister Pei, as long as you like it, by all means, please take it. If it's that powerful, that's even more of a reason for me to give it away. If I keep it with me, it'll come and bite me in the ass eventually. You fool, you must know that this item is the demon-suppressing pagoda the fiendish sect has been searching for many years. But he said, as long as I like it. I do really like it, but you don't have to give it to me. I feel that by your side is where it truly belongs. If I need it one day, you can come and help me. If you need it, I'll definitely go, no matter the circumstances. Perhaps, such farewell is good. Such farewell suits Sister Pei pretty well. Why do I feel like Sister Pei is acting weird today? It's already not bad for you to be able to figure this out at your level. What? Sister Pei, are you leaving just like that? Isn't my primary goal to die? Why does it feel like I have formed an emotional attachment to this world? I can't lose sight of my goal to die. If I become the Heavenly Emperor, I can still return to meet Sister Pei. Besides, it'd be even easier for me to die now. After all, with this, the Great Zhou has completely broken off with the immortal sects and become the homeland of all Confucians and Taoists.